Bonk? Good. All right. Things are rolling. Oh, and of course my chat broke. Who got first? Nika did. Okay, my chat broke. I can't see anything. I don't know what's going on. OBS chat is constantly disconnecting. Connecting? Working? Maybe? I'm not sure. Callie got last, though. Congratulations. Let's get some music going, everyone. Microsoft is no longer supporting Windows 10. Back up your files to get Firefox ready for Windows 11. No. No, how about now? Alright, I don't know how loud this is going to be. Hopefully it's not too loud. That seems good. That actually might just go down a little bit. Like that. I think we're good. Oh god, the chat broke again. I can't see anything. Sorry, everyone. Hold on. I'm trying to get it fixed. I can't see anything. Okay, did it load? I don't know what's going on with Twitch chat lately, or the OBS chat. Alright. Alrighty. Oh, you can't manually do it, okay. Alright, so we're gonna lower this cook by... Oh, I'll do 30 servings, because that's a nice round cook there. Okay. That's working. Alright. Shall we get going? We got a lot to do, so we might as well start going. Okay, let's chop up onion. Yeah, also, this recipe doesn't specifically say that you should cook the beef beforehand, and I was reading the comments, and literally the chef was like, well, you're gonna deep fry it anyway, so it'll get cooked then. It's like, no, no. Alright. So we'll chop up some onion. Chop up some onion. Get that ready. Chop up parsley. And then we can start cooking. We'll use a bigger cutting board. Alright, and then tea is steeping. That looks good. So we need about half an onion for this. Alright, and audio seems pretty decent. Alrighty. We'll use the smaller side of the onion. I'm not crazy about it. Okay, YouTube stream is working. Alright. Everything seems to be working.
Where's everyone going?
Bingo? I hope so. I love some bingo. Thank you, Nika. Oh, right. It's, small onion minced. Okay. Alright, let's see. How does this turn out? Well, I think everyone's really excited for the England versus Norway game today. I think that's the big thing that's going on outside of GDQ. Oh, who doesn't like chopping onions at 9 in the morning? Alright, that looks pretty minced to me. Just gonna scoot this off to the side. Oh, my eyes. And then we gotta chop up some parsley as well. Where's my towel? Oh, my eyes are burning. That's a good onion. Ashmantle, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you kindly. Alrighty. Some parsley is down here. How much parsley? A tablespoon's worth. Okay. If only you didn't have to buy an entire bushel of parsley like this. You could just buy a little bit. I don't use parsley for anything. But we're going to follow this recipe. That seems... How much was it again? Where is it? I lost it. A tablespoon. Yeah, that's a tablespoon, sure. Alright. Oh man, though, but James Bond last night was so freaking good. I forgot how much I love that movie. Super fun. A lot of really good one-liners. And this is chopped. Give it a rough chop here. Alright, that's probably good. Probably a little bit more than I need. Alright, there we go. Alright, I think that's all the chopping we literally have to do. I don't think there's anything else to cut up. Alright, I think the music might be a little quiet. I just didn't want it to be super overpowering, but I think it's a little on the quiet side, so we can maybe jump this up just a smidge. Hey Stark, good morning, bud. How you doing today? So we need butter, which is out, flour, which I'll grab. So let's grab black pepper, salt, well, just the nutmeg, because the black pepper salt's over here. So nutmeg, which I bought, salt and pepper's there, butter's there. And then we need beef broth. What's up, Kel?
My back! Oh, my back!
Ow. Alright. I had bread flour instead of all-purpose flour. It's all good. It's... if anything, maybe it's a little bit better. Morning, Cal. How you doing? How's everyone doing today? Good to see you all. Thanks for coming on by. We're getting going on this, fast because we need to freeze it or cool it down, so we're going to start working as quickly as possible on this. Okay. So, you're enjoying your vacation. What are you up to? Is it a staycation or did you go somewhere? I need a vacation. I'm starting to feel the burnout a little bit. I can feel the burnout starting. But I'll have a vacation soon. He said, not knowing. You went to a couple of the state parks. Nice, nice. There's a bunch in California that I'd love to do, but I'm just not a. I hate driving long distances. But I want to go to all these places. The one that I was really thinking about doing, I was thinking about taking like a Sunday off, and I don't know if I'd take Bandit with me or not, but drive to where Tremors was filmed, because it's like a 4-hour drive, I think, to it. And they have like a museum and stuff like that, so I was thinking that'd be kind of fun. So I have to look into it more. Like maybe like drive down there with Bandit, find like a pet-friendly hotel or something, and then do all that, so I don't have to drive 8 hours in one day. Because that does not sound. I don't want to drive 8 hours just to go see the Tremor Museum. So, but I mean, there's Yosemite and stuff. There's tons of parks out here that I want to go visit. It's just it's a lot of driving, and I don't wanna. I also live in Tahoe, and Tahoe's already great. All right, so let's cook the beef. Okay, so the first instruction is: large pan, melt butter over medium-high heat. When the butter is melted, add the cup of flour a bit at a time, whisking it until a thick paste. Slowly stir in the beef broth. Incorporate it into the roux. Gravy will be smooth. Simmer the gravy for a couple minutes to add the parsley, onion, ground beef. Stir well. So I think what we'll do is we'll cook the beef first. What's up, Turbo? How you doing, bud? So we'll cook the beef first, and then, yeah. And we'll use this smaller pan, because this smaller pan will heat up quick. And I'm only doing half a pound of beef, because if I do a whole pound of beef, I'm making like 60 of these balls, and I don't need 60 of these. I pared the recipe down to 30, and I think 30 is already more than enough, but brain go beef. Ugh. Are you all ready to get funky? When you visited California, you went to Glacier Point. Sounds amazing. Alright, so we just need half of this beef, because each of these bags I do is just about a pound. So we'll just literally rip out half. Maybe I'll make burger with the other half or something. I don't know. Please tear. Please make my life easy. One of the sides, please fall out. There we go. Alright, that's more than half a pound. There you go. That's about a half a pound. Wash my hands. I did also mess with the audio on this PC a little bit, so hopefully things sound good still. And my headphones things sound good, but I don't know how it is on your end, as there's mac and cheese bits on the stove from last night. Whoops. I did a bad job cleaning yesterday, apparently. Alright, so that's going. We can put this beef in the fridge, and I'll make, like, burger patties with it or something. I don't know. I can make a big half-pound burger. Okay, so that's good. Tea is probably done steeping. I was watching the Pizza Tower speed run before I started, and I was like, man, we should listen to Pizza Tower OST when we cook today, so... Excuse me, here we are. Alrighty. Mr. Bandit, what's up, bud? So we also do have a bit of a different setup in the kitchen now. We're a little bit further back because I create a little bit more space on the counter. So we have a little bit more counter space. The PC's off to the side. We're actually on a 2-monitor setup now, so it's a lot easier. I messed around with the 2-monitor setup last month, and then I shifted things around a little bit more, and I like this a ton. I think you get like a better scope of the kitchen. Our focus camera can still see things good. That's way too hot, I can already tell. I'm gonna put that off to the side. That needs like 20 minutes to cool down. So we also, by the way, we got 2 sponsorships for next week. We have Marvel Rivals, and then we have one of those movie trailer things. I've already messaged Totski about Marvel Rivals. I was like, all right, do you want to like duo up for the Marvel Rivals sponsorship or something? So she said yes right away. So we'll definitely be doing, we'll figure that out, but we'll get Totski to join me. She probably won't stream, but, you know, she'll hang out and chat and joke around with us. It'll be the first time I play Marvel Rivals in, like, God, I think it's been a year since I've played. I legit think it's been a year since I played. And I know they added a lot of new characters into it. Like Devil Dinosaur, Gambit, Rogue, Deadpool that I really don't care about. I think Deadpool, it was Blade was the, like, right when Blade released was pretty much when I stopped playing. Because I don't really remember playing against Blade too much. But I'm so excited to play, you know, I'm so excited to play healer and get dove in the backline by Black Panther and immediately die. I'm so excited about that. Not really. Oh, and I didn't take my vitamins today. Okay. Do I have water? There, I do. But yeah, we're gonna make these Bitterballs. Basically, deep fried. I don't know what I would call it. Because it's like, you make sort of, you know, like a beef roux, and then you cool that down, and then once it's cooled, you form it into balls, and then bread those with panko and egg, you know, the standard way, you know, flour, egg, panko, and then you fry them. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out. This might turn out horrible. We'll see. But we'll do our best. That's all we can do. I actually don't need the flour. Oh no, I do need the flour for the roux. That's right. Let's see. We can at least portion some stuff out in the meanwhile. Like we can get like half a cup of all-purpose flour. Just like get stuff set up for us. But I think once GDQ is over, I think I'm gonna be going on a bit of a Bond-a-thon. At least the Pierce Brosnan 3 other movies, because I think he was in 4 in total. There's a lot that I actually plan on watching or enjoying after GDQ. It's just when GDQ's on, it's like all I want to watch. What are we making, Baha? I see it's in the title, but what is it exactly? I was literally just describing it. So it is effectively a beef roux that we're making, and then we're chilling it, and then we'll form it into balls, and then we'll bread those balls with, you know, flour, egg, panko, and then we'll fry them, and that's what we're making. It's like a savory sort of thing. How you doing today, Big Sid? Yeah, it's if you've ever had like the French croquette is kind of similar to this, except it uses potato and cheese. In America, we have hush puppies as well, which I think is literally just deep fried potatoes, I think. Or it's like the potato, it's like mashed potatoes then coated and then fried. Where I think the French version has cheese inside. I don't think hush puppies have cheese inside. I might be wrong. I think I've had hush puppies once in my life, And it was from the college buffet at Detroit Mercy. Alright, this beef is done. Just gonna mash this down a little bit off the heat. Just try and get it a little bit thinner just so we have less big chunks. Also, we don't have to make these, like... The recipe says 30, so you're supposed to make them a specific size, but we can always make them bigger, which will probably be the case. Okay. So that's good. Let me check chat really quick. Hush puppies? They're made with... Oh, it's made with cornbread. Is that... Oh, okay. See, as I said, I've had it once. I don't remember. And, meanwhile in the UK, Hush Puppies is a brand of shoe. That's right, because there's a... Austin Powers joke with the Hush Puppies where there's a silencer in it. What am I gonna do for the roux? What size pan do I want? I think I want something with like a high wall. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with like, there's a pot down here I think I want. Yep, this one right here. That'll be perfect. It's probably more than I need, but just gives me more workable surface. Let's get a spatula. I'm gonna use this one or this one, I'm not sure. Excuse me. You doing alright? Glad to hear. Alright, is this chilled? It's still a little warm. Mostly the mug is hot. Okay. So. Oh, let's do this with the beef really quickly. Drain out. Before it, like, sits too long, let's, use a plate. I think this is the right size. We'll use a plate, and we'll drain some of the beef out of this. Or some of the fat, excuse me, not beef. And we just use the plate to create a small opening in the pan. So that way the beef doesn't fly out. Pan blocks all the... or holds all the meat. And the juice goes away. Alright, let's spray this so it doesn't sit in the sink. Alright. Good enough. Alright. Long time I ain't seen you in the kitchen. I do this every month. When I do it, that's the real question. Hush puppies is a southern flavor, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, packed with flavor, cornmeal, and a touch of onion. Ah. I mean, as I said, I've only had it like once, and it was, you know, college buffet. Rommel, yes, haha, congratulations on your watch streak. Nicely done, thank you for the lurk. Okay, I think we've got everything ready to go. Let's just read through our instructions and then go. Oh, you know what I actually want to do? I want to combine all the seasonings into one dish so I can easily just dunk. So let's get a ramekin here. And then it says I need 0.13 teaspoon of nutmeg, whatever that is. I know nutmeg can be strong, so we're not going to use a lot. Is that moving? Or is it going to stick to the dish? Alright, that's probably good on the nutmeg. Salt, and we'll use fine black pepper as well. Let's see. Do I have quarter teaspoon? I think I do. Oh, I'll just make life easy. Quarter teaspoon. And then, 0.5 of black pepper. Okay, so we'll just double that. Yeah, what did we do last month for cooking stream? I forget. It was something on the grill, wasn't it? What did we do last month? I'm literally blanking on what we did. We grilled something. I don't remember what. Alright, here's our spice mix. And a little ramekin. So it's just done. It's there. Dude, I'm blanking. What did we cook last month? It's driving me nuts. It wasn't chicken. Was it pork? What did we do? Oh, yeah, we did fajitas. That's right. We did fajitas. Thank you for... I could not remember. Jesus, my brain is going, apparently. All right. All right, let's read through it. So, large skillet, melt butter. When the butter's completely melted, add the cup of flour, or however much I'm doing, a little bit at a time. Whisk into a thin paste. Thick paste. Okay. Yeah, we did, thank you, Dings. Yeah, we did fajitas. That's right. All right, this is about the amount of butter I need, so I'm just gonna dunk. Medium-high heat is like 3.5 or something on my stove, so... All right, let me throw this in the trash. This kind of out of the way. Hi, Bandit. What are you doing, bud? At least someone in chat pays attention to what's going on in the stream. Good tea. All right. So our butter will melt. We are using salted butter. It says not to use salted butter. I don't care. I prefer things on the saltier side. All right, and then, yep. Okay, so I do have the right amount of ingredients in. I also, thanks to one of the viewers yesterday that was watching during Final Fantasy, they donated, and I went to the store and got this beer to go along with the food. This Belgian ale. When I walked out of the store, I was looking at it. I didn't realize that it is a 10.5%. I didn't realize that it was a 10% beer. I was like, man, dude, it was like $5 for that thing. I was like, man, that's expensive. And I see why now. Not only is it an import, but also high alcohol content. Also, we have a half-an-hour gamble going as to how the food will turn out. Will I do a good job or not? I don't know. If you want to make a Twitch prediction, you got time for it. Is this hunk of butter still melting? I'm glad I left it out earlier today. That made things a little bit easier to melt it. Will he oversalt it or not? Possibly. I did follow the instructions on the salt level. The pepper I went high on, but I like more pepper on things. And then the nutmeg I just kind of guessed on. So we should be okay on salt. We are using salted butter, but As I said, I typically lean on the saltier side of things. Hell, if I have ketchup with stuff, I put salt on the ketchup. Because follow this logic, chat. Follow this logic, okay? When you go to a restaurant, like when we were kids, we would, go to like Coney Island and we would get like French fries. Like after, like we go to the movies, our parents would give us money for the movies, and then like, go to Coney Island and get something to eat. And so we'd always get French fries, and instead of putting salt and pepper on the French fries, I thought it'd make the most sense to put it in the ketchup. Because if I was gonna dip my French fry into something, then all the flavor that I want is already there. Because if you put salt and pepper all on the fries and you pick it up, some of it falls off. So that's my logic. That is the logic that I... What the hell? Oh, there's a guy painting my neighbor's house. I was like, who the hell is that outside of his house? I was like, I don't know who this dude is. It's just some painter. Okay. This dude offered to paint my buddy's house, or my neighbor's house, for $5,000, including the paint. And he's not fully painting it either, actually. He's actually, there's one side that he's not fully doing, because apparently there's like more work that has to be done on that side, so it's not even the whole house, which is kind of wild to me. $5,000 is a lot. And he just took the first bid that he got, too, because I was literally in the street. We were running the dogs. And he's like, oh, yeah, this guy offered, like, $5,000. I was like, oh, what other bids do you have? He's like, well, this is the only one. I'm like, you should probably ask for other bids. Like, bids are free, dude. All right, butter is dissolved. We don't want to make brown butter, so we don't want to overcook it. So let's add in this flour slowly. There we go. That's a nice chunk right there. It does say to whisk, but I don't want to destroy the coating on this pot, so we're just going to use this spatula. I assume that's Cav.
My back.
I mean, I assumed it was Cav earlier, and it was Kel.
My back.
So, Chad has been juking me lately. Roo. Alright, we're just gonna dump all this in. Because that way I can do this and really work it. So it said basically it should be kind of thick like this. Before we add in the next stuff, I really want to make sure I mix this down, though, so we don't get any clumps. This looks pretty good to me. I think this is how it should look. Nice and thick. Alright, and then... I think now I might have used too big of a pot here. That's okay, though. Alright, now... Oh, it's Kaimo! Nice. You got me. Okay, Okay, yes. Beef broth. Straight in. Bloop. I like how we thickened it and then now we're thinning it back down. I do love this sort of like we're going from liquidy butter to something semi-solid back to something liquidy. All right, there's still bits and pieces. I need to check Twitch chat, but I need to also stir this, so give me a second here. Also, Kaimo, I did see yellow-headed blackbird, but I feel like the brightness of it does dull or something. I don't know if your wife has any other information. But I did see one this morning, and I was trying to get a photo, but the moment I got my phone out, it flew away. But it did look like dulled by comparison of like the other videos that I've gotten, where it's really, really, I wouldn't say like iridescent, but bright. Okay, I think this is good. I can put this off to the side for now. Read the instructions, check chat. 0-2 today on guessing Cav. Yeah, I am. Nicely done. Okay, so slowly stir or whisk the beef broth. Make sure to stir thoroughly. The broth should be incorporated into the roux. The gravy should be smooth and quite thick. Simmer the gravy for a couple minutes, then add in all the other stuff. Parsley, onion, ground beef, and then the seasonings as well. I also like how it says taste the seasoning. It's like, ooh, I don't know if I really want to eat that. We have a lot of channel points on me to enjoy this. Okay, I like it. My hand is itchy. Oh, but anyways. Hopefully you are all having a phenomenal Saturday. Pretty fun start for me. I like doing this cooking stream for all of you. I very much enjoy it. Next month we're going to do something on the grill again. I don't know what we're doing. I don't think I have anything actually selected for next month. So I'll definitely take... Oh, I think we were going to try and do like shawarma or something. That's what I think we were going to try and do like kebab or something. That's what we were going to do. That one I'm going to have to look up some videos for. Because there's definitely a bit that goes into it. Alright, so this is pretty thick here. I'm going to stir this for just a little bit longer. Just make sure I really get it nice and incorporated together. But I think this is the consistency we're looking for. I really do. Yeah, I think this is pretty good consistency. I also just don't want it to burn on the bottom potentially because it is thickening quickly. So far, we're doing decent, I think. Okay, so we're going to let this... We're going to turn that down a little bit. I'm going to let this chill here. Let that do its thing. Don't think you'll mess up, but the odds are too good. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I should have made the gamble, does Bahamut actually like it? That's what I should have made the gamble. Alright, I think we're at that point where I think I need to put everything else in. So let's... Here comes our onion and parsley. Onion, parsley. I knew I wasn't going to get all of it, and that's why I kind of made more than I needed. Alright, that goes in the sink. We'll wash that later. Beef! Straight in. And then... Oh, seasoning. Seasoning, Chris. Spank it like a baby. Alright. I don't know if I need heat for this anymore. But this looks like a pretty good mixture that once we cool down, it will be made into the bowls. Alright, I'm going to let this sit here for a few seconds. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to stir it more because I did just dump in all the seasoning. I need to make sure that I get all the seasoning mixed in and we don't have a clump somewhere. That would be the worst. You just bite it and it's just all the seasoning. Blech. I'm so tempted to put in, like, red chili pepper or something, or red pepper flakes, but no. We'll stick to the original recipe. If I want to do anything spicy, I'll do it afterwards. But man, I really do feel like red pepper flakes would go so well into this. Okay, I think we're nice and mixed here. Let's read the instructions while the heat sits on this for just a few seconds. How many cloves of garlic have you added? None. It calls for none. Simmer the gravy a couple minutes, add parsley, season, salt, and pepper, taste. Transfer into... Okay, so we're done. So this is done on heat. And now we want to put it in something that will cool down quickly. That's 9 cloves too few. I'm so sorry. So what vessel do I want to put this in? The glass Tupperware I have that might fit this. No, it wouldn't. I think I just use one of these. I think I just use, like, I legit think this will be perfect. And yes, I did ruin the coating, okay? Don't judge me. Part of me thinks I should put, like, butter on the bottom of this so it doesn't stick. Nah, we just roll with it. Whatever, we roll with it. This is why I grabbed the other spatula, because it has a bit of a curve to it. So we can really get everything out of this pot. Okay. This pot will wash in a minute. And then we can just spread this thin. And that way this will cool down way faster. More surface area, all that science. It smells good, don't get me wrong. It smells very delicious. Onion, meat, seasoning. Alright. Oops, don't grab it from there, Chris. I should have room in the freezer for this. I do. I just gotta move some stuff around. Sausages. Bread. Room has been made. Alright, that goes in the freezer. Where's my stopwatch? Yo, what's up, Umber? How are you doing today, bud? Ready for the game in a couple hours? Stopwatch go. Okay. Alright, and we'll come back to this in a minute because we do have to fry them, so we'll need to set up frying stuff. But let's wash some dishes in the meanwhile and be proactive with our cleaning so we don't have 400 dishes to deal with after stream today. Okay. I did also mess with the audio stuff, so the microphone might be a little bit better with washing dishes. I know last month it was, the water was really cutting out the microphone. I don't know if that'll be the same now, but either way. Scrambled eggs and cheese, toast and coffee. Good start to the day. Not bad. Bandit can help clean. Yeah, Bandit would. Yeah. Totally not Bandit typing in chat right now. This we can just hand wash. That's right. Not much has to go in the dishwasher, really. Whoops. All right. 2 pots, and then we're pretty much done with dishes for now. Need to change out the sponge, too. And then we'll use probably the same pot we did everything initially in to do the frying as well. Just because the high wall on that is really nice. We have a lot of space in there. Okay. And then I think it's the last one. Yeah. I'll probably use this for the frying, honestly. Just so we can also do bigger batches. I have a smaller pot like this one that I use for frying, but we'll be sitting here frying for hours, I think. Or an hour, maybe. Just make sure I get everything out of this, though. Alright, outside washed. Edges are good. Handle. Alright. So the other things we're going to need, we'll need 3 vessels to be able to coat as well, or like bread the balls after they cool down. So probably just use 3 bowls, because since they're ball shaped, we'll just use bowls. We don't have to use like a plate, because having a plate for like schnitzel is really convenient, just because you have more surface area to be able to cover stuff. But since these are ball shaped, we'll just use a bowl, and that'll make it easy. All right, and then the last of the dishes is these 2. I'm just going to put these in the dishwasher just because I'm going to run it anyways. And I might as well just fill it up. Okay. Done. So we'll let the mixture sit in the freezer for like 20 minutes before we check it. I think that'll be like a good timing. Okay. You're excited and nervous about the game later? Honestly, I thought we'd lose to Mexico. So as far as I'm concerned, we're playing with the house money at this point. Where is the game happening? Do you know which arena? I need to find a better setup. I think I need to move OBS over to this monitor so I'm looking in line. Hold on, let me shift some stuff around here. Turn this off, and I can turn this off. There we go. Just want to make sure we run that enough so it gets far enough down into the system. Okay, so I'm going to grab this over there. That goes there. OBS can slam into this corner. Twitch chat can go over into this corner. And then recipe and YouTube go in the same corner as that one. And then these 2 can sit on this monitor over here. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better, because now when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking in line with the camera. So I think that'll look a little bit cleaner. And then there's YouTube chat over there, but no one talks in YouTube chat. Miami? So it's just going to be hot as hell for everyone. Does Norway see as much sun as the United Kingdom? I think the only thing that both of the countries will be or not used to is going to be the heat. The heat and the humidity. Oh, let's make sure we clean this onion up. We don't want it to end up on the floor. No onion for Bandit. I'm just going to wipe down the stove really quickly just because it looks a little messy. Okay. This is trash. Nope. Okay, I think we're all set for it right now. Is it coming home? It's absolutely brutal here, right? Yeah, like Florida's got to be rough right now. Let me look up the Miami Heat. Miami weather. I was about to type Heat, but then I realized it's just going to show me the basketball team. Okay, this is what I was trying to find. Excessive heat warning for Miami, Florida. It is now 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 30 Celsius, right? Because 68, 70, 86. Yes, it is 30 Celsius. But it feels like, with humidity, 96 Fahrenheit, which is 10 more degrees, which is like 35 Celsius or something. I might be a little high on that, but still. Does it say what the humidity is, though? I'm just curious, like, the humidity percent. Yeah, the high today is 87, and it will feel like 98. Oh. Humidity at 70%. Ugh, I don't miss that. I mean, I lived in Michigan, which the humidity was like that, but yeah. The temperature is 92 with the real feels 110 in Charleston. Yeah. Or 112, excuse me. 112 is nearing 40 Celsius, isn't it? Because 86, 96, 104 is 40 Celsius, I think. I think I have that math right. Something like that. All right, 10 minutes. I said I would check it at 20. I'm going to check it at 10. Because I don't want it to freeze. I just want it to cool down enough where we can manipulate it. And I think, well, honestly, just let it sit in there for like another 20 minutes, and I think we're good. I really do think that it's the freezer is actually working out really quickly for us. Yo, what's up, Vita? How you doing today, bud? We had a storm roll through yesterday. It was legit like a hurricane. It was absolutely wild. Like a tropical storm thing that they, because like, isn't it like tropical storm? Then like if it hits a certain threshold, then it goes to a hurricane. Right? It has to like hit like certain metrics of like speed or something. Yeah. We have Monday. I was super amped about Monday. It was going to be a nice cool day because we've had like 80, like mid 80s for us a lot. Or like, sorry, high 80s for us. Low 80s. My God, I can't talk today. So like, yeah, today's 85 degrees Fahrenheit, almost 30 Celsius. Tomorrow's 78. I'm like, ooh, it's cooling down. We'll have a nice cool Monday. Thunderstorms Monday. Which means high winds, which means probably no beach time. What I'm thinking I might do is I have a dentist appointment at 9 a.m., and because I never can sleep, I'll probably end up waking up at 6 or 7 in the morning. So I'll probably take Bandit to the beach before everything starts, because it looks like that the storm is gonna start a little bit. What's up, Cascon? Where's the food? It's in the freezer. We just did the first half of it, which is we made the core, the base, whatever, and now we have to chill it down so we can form it into balls. And then we'll be coating those and then frying them. But this is literally the downtime of, this is like the most downtime portion of the stream. So yeah, I've looked up a ton of recipes. Like there's a lot of recipes where like, oh, like make it the night before. But then I'd basically just, like if I did it the night before, then I'd basically be starting stream, frying the balls, and be done in like half an hour to an hour.
You did it!
So I was like, you know what? We'll start the stream at the normal time. We'll like let it sit in the freezer for like half an hour. And they'll probably put in the fridge for a little bit as well. I want to rapidly cool it, and then I want to keep it cool, so that way I can form them. But I don't want it to be frozen, where I'm trying to manipulate the balls while they're frozen. Okay. I feel like I couldn't get around that phrasing. But yeah, there's a gamble going. You still have 3 minutes on it if you want to get some Twitch predictions in. So yeah, right now we're just kind of chatting and chilling. We're just waiting for everything to be set up. On that note, what does the bracket look like for tomorrow? Do we have... I know we had 4 teams when I looked yesterday. We still have 4 teams, but the signups close at like midnight or something tonight. Or later today. I don't know when. So we'll see if we get more than 4 teams. If we get 4 teams, then, I mean, that's a pretty simple bracket day. Otherwise, what are we going to chat about while we wait? We've already talked about FIFA. Last night we watched GoldenEye in Discord, and God, it was... Oh, dude, GoldenEye is such a good movie. And there's the clip. How's the cooking going? What's up, Freaky? We got the first portion done. We're currently chilling the meat mixture in the freezer until about 30 minutes on my phone. We're at 14 minute 21 because I'm just using a stopwatch. And then once it gets there, I think I'm going to transfer it to the fridge because I don't want it to freeze. I just want it to be cold, so the rapid chill from the freezer I think will help. Hail Mary's on my list. Hail Mary's on my list, yeah. I saw that it like just went onto Prime Video. I think like right around when GDQ started. You were half asleep during GoldenEye? Oh, it's such a good movie. Literally when GDQ is over, so like tomorrow, I'm gonna start watching through the other 3 Pierce Brosnan and Bond movies because I love those movies. I am Boris the Invincible! And then he gets frozen to death. What a loser. Also, after watching GoldenEye, it makes me really want to play GoldenEye on stream. You're never a James Bond person? Oh man, my dad and I bonded over James Bond. A lot of me and my friends and I bonded over James Bond. Yeah, as I said, I personally think Brosnan is one of the most fun Bonds. He's my favorite Bond. I know that there's, you know, Connery and Roger Moore, they're all classics and all that in their own rights, but Bond just there's nostalgia for me. There's his swagger, his suave nature. Also, the movie plots are really fun too. Not that the other ones aren't, but I feel like the Pierce Brosnan ones, like, the pacing is really good on them. Because there's some of them where, like, the pacing is all over the place. I think Thunderball is a good example. Thunderball is all over the place, if I remember correctly. Like, I think Thunderball literally, like, there's a common trope in James Bond movies where it seems like the movie's over, but then there's still another hour left because, yeah. That happened in a lot of classic James Bond movies where it's like, oh, like, everything's kind of okay. It's like, no, it's not. Took me years to figure out I knew the moment I saw the movie Octopussy, I was like, oh, this is a thing. And then I saw Austin Powers when I was young too, and I was like, oh, they're making fun of that. Because we, like, all of us saw all of those original Bond movies, so we got, like, all the Austin Power references with, like, the evil council, you know, basically, like, Dr. Evil is supposed to be Dr. No. The council is supposed to be the Spectre, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah. I don't think you could handle the old ones with the whole masculinity factor to say it politely. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you. I keep going to look at the stove as if there's something there. I keep mentally, like, being like, you gotta check the stove. Make sure nothing's burning. And we're not cooking anything at this moment. We're chilling. I also made the most caffeinated tea today, and I don't think I should have. I feel a little hyper. But yeah, I need to watch all the new Bond movies. Project Hail Mary's on my list as well. I've heard really good things about it. I hear the book is really good. I am so far behind on reading right now. I still have to finish the 40K book. I'd like to read the Dungeon Crawler Carl because everyone talks about how good that series is. I want to read more Horus Heresy. Brian was saying that he has like an audiobook thing, and that might be a way that I can actually listen to some of the Horus Heresy books that I can't get. Yeah, I've heard amazing things about, it's a healthy kitchen habit. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I was going to take Project Hail Mary out of the library when I was between books, and the local library didn't have it. And apparently there was like a 10-person wait list for that book because I think everyone had the same realization, or at least was like, oh, that movie's coming out, I should read the book. So... yeah, it was like a ridiculous. It was like an 8 to 10 person wait list. And I'm like, by the time the movie comes out, that I'll be next on the list or something. So, my mom often offers, like, if I want to buy a book, she'll offer to buy it for me. So like if it's a $10 book, she's like, yeah, I got you, don't worry. So if I really want to get like the Project Hail Mary book and read it, I can do that. I'm sure I have a friend up here somewhere that has the book. Or maybe even, like, Hostile or his wife has it, so they can just mail it to me, or I can borrow it from them when I see them next. But yeah, I'll probably watch that movie this weekend. Once again, there's nothing on the stove. Alright, we're gonna check it at 20 minutes, which is right now. I just want to make sure it doesn't freeze. Here's the mixture, by the way, if you didn't see it earlier. Here's our mixture. Doesn't really look that appetizing. I think this is like the bottom is cold, so I think we refrigerate it now. No, I'll do 5 more minutes in the freezer. Really make sure it's cooled down, and then we'll switch it over. So at about 25 minutes on my phone. You live across from the library? I love just going to the library, honestly. But there's like what is like the quote? It's like the library is like the last place in society, at least in the United States, where you're able to go somewhere and not expected to spend money or something. The meat of the Bitterballen never looks... yeah, the filling just kind of looks like mush. But here's the thing, it smells really, really good. It's got an oniony, parsley, a little bit of that nutmeg smell in there. A little beefy in there from the beef broth. Yeah, libraries are great. I try and go to mine and get books as much as I can because, yeah. Also, at least in the United States, library funding is based off of how many library cards are issued. So even if you don't even take out books, by having a library card for your local library, you are then participating in getting more funds for an establishment that needs it. So even if you never even take out a book, you should always get a library card, at least in the United States. And that is a true fact. That is confirmed. That was a fact I saw on the internet and then confirmed by Lard's friend who works for a library. So yes, funding. That's what Big Library wants you to think. So yes, if you live in the United States, always get a library card, no matter what. Always. I don't know how it is in Europe, but you should get a library card in Europe either way. I mean, having one is great. Support your local library today. Yeah. Trans rights are human rights. Support your local libraries. Adopt, don't shop. If you want your purebred golden retriever that's show-bound, go for it. But there's enough dogs out there or cats that need your love and support. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. I support my local Barnes & Nobles and half-price books. There's still a Barnes & Nobles headquarters in, like, Carson, Reno. Anytime I go to the airport, I drive by it. And every time I drive by it, I go, when are you going out of business? Apparently you can go there and they actually...
This baby can take temperatures up to 9,000 degrees.
Apparently you can go there and you can actually still get books. Like, it's not just a headquarters. You can also... It's just... It looks like one of those headquarter buildings where it's very sterile. But apparently you can get books there or something. I was talking to my neighbor about it, like, a year or so ago, and they were saying how they've gotten books from them. So I don't know if that's still a thing, but... But yeah, there was, at the corner of 13 and Southfield Road, or in the area I grew up in Metro Detroit, 13 Mile and Southfield Road, at the corner, there was like a big, like, strip mall thing. There was a vacuum store next to a hardware store. But anyways, at the corner, there was a Barnes, or actually, at first it was Borders bookstore. Then Borders got bought out by Barnes & Nobles. Then Barnes & Nobles, like, shuttered bunch of their stores, and then it became Books-A-Million. Which I'd be willing to bet Books-A-Million is still owned by, like, one of those companies or something. I'm playing at bookstores here, but maybe it's University City does affect that. Oh, okay. And we have a couple like small bookstores up here. There's one next to the Mexican the burger place I really like. There's one next to the Tahoe Burger Bros. But I haven't gone to them. They raise their prices. The food's still good, but they raise their prices, and it's like it's getting to that point. Getting to that point where it's becoming a little too pricey just to even go. It used to be a $6 third-pound burger, and now it's like up to almost $10 for just a cheeseburger, which, like, it's not bad, but it's like a $4 raise over the last couple of years, which is a bummer. All right, so let's move our beer for later. Our Belgian ale. Let's move this meat as well. And then this meat mixture will go into the fridge. Oh, yeah. So I talked about the start of the stream, but I don't think there's many people here because I started the stream and just ripped into the cooking. So thanks to Poo a Lot, who was the viewer that donated, I went and got this beer for when we actually eat the Bitterballen. So it's a Belgian ale. It was $5 for just this bottle. And I was like, man, it's expensive, but I wanted to get something that's Belgian. It's 10.5%. I was like, oh, that's why. So it looks good. It looks good. It looks like it's the color that I would like. So we'll see. Yeah. That's a sipper. Yeah. I do think I'll grab a Coors at some point and have one or two of those beforehand. But yeah, I was like, I want to get a Belgian beer that I can put in a nice glass. Do I have a proper glass for this? What kind of glass do I need? Is it... It's not something like this, is it? What would you recommend for the glass? I have a ton of different glasses, so I... No? Here, I can show you guys my cabinet of glasses. So here's my cabinet of glasses. So I've got, this one, maybe this one. I've also got these wider ones, but I think these are more, for stouts. And then there's pint glasses. There's mason jar. Chimney or Duval style? I don't know what those... You want a round glass? Like a stemless wine glass? Or this Samuel Adams? I don't know if I have those specific types. Let me Google. Let me get to Google in here. Okay, so that's kind of like a goblet in a sense. The first one with the thing at the bottom would be the glass for this. Glass. The first one with the thing on the bottom. Okay. Well, the first one I grabbed was this, but I think this is a Pilsner glass. I'm pretty sure this is Pilsner. And then the other one I grabbed is this. That is kinda close. I have this one as well, but I think this is kind of like a pint as well. The most ball one. I mean, this is just a stemless wine glass. This is the most ball shape I have. What is Bitterballen? It is a... you make a sort of meat mixture. And so we're cooling it right now. Normally it'd be that with a stem. Alright, well, we'll go with that. We'll go with that one, then. Here, I can show you the meat mixture. I just want to figure out this glass stuff. Also, this song is a bop. So, this is our meat mixture. It's currently cooling. We're trying to get it nice and, like, really cool. It doesn't look that appetizing. Kind of looks like just kind of like a paste. It is made up... So basically, it's like a roux. I'm going to go ahead and restart this clock because I want to give... Oh, no, this is actually perfect. So we're going to give it 10 more minutes in the fridge and see how the consistency is. So it is... You make a roux, so you have your butter, your flour. Then once you have that sort of like clumpy mixture of flour and butter, then you throw in your beef broth. And then when you mix all that together, you sort of get that base, that roux base. Into that, you put cooked, because we already did it really quickly, we put half a pound of cooked beef, because the recipe we're paring it down, because the recipe they recommend is 1 pound of beef, and it makes 60 balls. I'm not making 60. This one supposedly will make 30. We'll probably make some varying sizes. So there's that. So you put in your meat, onion, parsley, seasoning, which is salt, pepper, and nutmeg, which is what the recipe calls for. Once you do all that, and it's nice and mixed together, you then cool it down. The recommendation is overnight in the fridge, but we're trying to do this rapidly, so we did about 25 minutes in the freezer, 25 minutes in the freezer. And then, yeah, I can. And then, once it's into, like, a cooled down, solid state, we can then form the balls into, well, we can form the balls, and then since they'll be cooled down, they'll stay together, and we'll go ahead and put flour, egg, and we're using panko, and then we'll deep fry it. And then that's it. So the recipe, also, yes, haha, congratulations on your watch streak. This is the recipe I'm using. One of the reasons that I went with this recipe is because the comments, a lot of the comments are saying, I made this for my Dutch friend. They said they love it. It's so close to home. I made it for my friends from Netherlands when they came to visit. So there's a lot of comments that were saying how close it is to the real thing. Also, it had pretty good reviews. And it was one of those things where there's a bunch of different recipes that were similar in how you do it. This one had like the most reviews. It had like 4.5 stars, but it had more reviews than the 5 stars. So I go with that, you know? I don't know if anyone else does that. Like you go to Amazon, you go to look for a product and you see 2 similar products. One of them has 20 reviews, 5 stars. The other one has 4.5 stars and 2,000 reviews. It's like, I'm going with that one. I'm going with the one that's 4.5. You sent me a photo in Discord, okay? I gotta use my phone for that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Well, I'll have to be on the lookout for one of those types of glasses the next time I, yeah, the next time I see it. Appreciate it. Belgian beers like a foamy top. Why does that sound so sexual? How you doing today, Zorros? Where, like, in the UK, there's, like, zero foam. And you can say that about a lot of American beers, too. Like, the pale ales in America, they're very not... Like Rolling Rock does not have a lot of, like, bubble to it. All right. By the way, it's a bit of a hike, but we're 25 subs away from 300. If you'd like to help us set that today, it'd much appreciated. As a reminder, in 1 week, by the way, Saturday, the 18th, we are doing our massive viewer day. We are going to be starting at 6 a.m. West Coast USA, going until 3 p.m. West Coast USA, so 9 hours. And we're going to be doing Heroes of the Storm. We'll be doing StarCraft 2, if there's people that are interested. We'll be doing Helldivers. We'll be doing Marbles, probably because I'll have a snack at one point.
You had him shot as you ran away. A hero. At 1,000 paces.
I'm sorry. I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day Bison graced your village
What?
was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Saturday. Holy Jesus, Carmo.
Did you see that, Crook?
Thank you so very much for 25 Tier 1 gifted subs. Jeez Louise. Holy jeez, thank you so very much. That is wickedly generous of you. Thank you, bud. Holy. Hit our sub goal and everything. Alright, new sub goal time. New goal. That, because I'm not gonna ask for much. Did I spell August right? I always feel like I spell August wrong. I didn't. Okay. Holy Jesus, thank you so very much. If you got a gift us up from Kaima, welcome to the Baha Mets. If you did not, get freaking dodged, loser. What's up, Dane? Good to see you, bud. Thank you so very much. Take that, Stark. But we also, as on my point that I fell off of, so yeah, viewer day, Corsair is giving me to give to you a Galleon 100 SD keyboard. It is a $350 keyboard. It is the keyboard that I use currently. I love it. It is my favorite keyboard that Corsair has ever made. And we'll be giving that away to a lucky viewer. Yo, Hoofit, what's up, bud? So yes, big viewer day on Saturday. We'll have discounted subs and everything too. First time here, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Thanks for coming on by. Corsair is giving to Baha to give to Kaimo. Thanks, Corsair. But wait, welcome in, sweet. How you doing today? I don't have my glasses on, so words are hard to see here and there. Best tier 3 alert in all of Twitch. That is true. We do have the best tier 3 alert in all of Twitch. That is a truth. All right, right now we're just waiting for our mixture to cool down. We're gonna wait another 3 minutes, and then we're gonna check the consistency and see how.
Once upon a time, deep in the jungle, there was a little engine that could. He was chugging his way across the enemy line. Chugga 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 choo choo.
Hype train. Twitch has decided that there's a hype train going on. If you'd like to take part in the hype train, to get a emote from the hype train, it is a minimum of 100 bits, or you can gift a sub. And okay. Well then, holy Jesus, just flying through sub goals and everything.
See that, Crook?
I literally just made this one, and it's been completed. It's already completed.
Dude, sucking at something is the first
Y'all
step
are
towards being sort of
wild.
good at something.
Y'all are wild.
Choo-choo, can't miss that train.
Get on the train. Okay, a new sub goal. 2 movie nights for August. There we go. Freaky, thank you for the 100 bits. Umber, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs, as well as thank you, Kaima, for the 25 tier 1 gifted subs. As we are, the next level of the hype train is already here. Chew frickin' chew, everybody. Yo, Tuku, what's up, bud? Welcome in. Exclamation hot tub. We are going to have a hot tub stream sub goal during the September subathon. And, yeah. It will be a legit just hot tub stream. I don't think we'll be doing hots. I don't think we'll be playing Here's the Storm, because that was honestly a pain in the butt. But I'd be happy to sit in the hot tub and talk to all of you for like 2 hours. And this time I will not drink hot tea in the hot tub and start sweating profusely. Because that is what happened last time. I was like, oh, I'll be a responsible adult and have tea in the morning. No, I should have just had a beer and had some... So yeah, we'll be doing that. The game plan will be we'll do the subathon in September, and then we'll probably do the hot tub stream in like February of next year. So that way we can do it like when it's all snowy and stuff outside. That was what we tried to do this year, but it was 70 degrees in February. So there's also that. That was also the other factor too. It was, and then also I have an idea to get a deck. What's it called? A deck umbrella, so I can angle it and block the sun. Because that was the other reason we had to end early, is because the sun was literally beaming on me, and I've gotten sunburned in the hot tub twice in my life. In the 10 years I've lived here, almost, I've gotten sunburned in my own hot tub twice. Because refraction of all that stuff. See, it is pretty, like, goopy. I think I'm just going to let this sit for a full hour. I think we let this sit for another, like, 10 minutes and test it again. Because it does have some, it is, like, setting. It is setting pretty good, so I think we're going to let that sit a little bit longer, just to make sure it really is set together, and then we'll start making the bowls. It does say to use an ice cream scooper. I don't think I have one. I think like a tablespoon will. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe something like this would be good to portion. I'm just trying to figure out something to be consistent with the portions. And maybe I just use this tablespoon, because it is kind of already a ball. It's plastic, so I won't scratch the thing. Because I was thinking about getting like a tablespoon, like a big spoon. Like I was thinking about using one of these over one of these, so you could like scoop it out. But then I'd end up scratching, and then I don't want. Yeah. So I think this might be the best way to go about it, because I don't have an ice cream scoop, which is the recommended thing. Because honestly, like, who uses an ice cream scoop? Especially with someone who lives alone. Like, I just get the ice cream container, and I just eat however much I want of the ice cream, and then I just put it back in. This is the one that I've been trying right now. It's meh. I'm not crazy about it. I wanted to try this one because it's the only brand that doesn't ruin my stomach. Because it's gelato, and they have really good flavors. But the mint chocolate chip basically. Talenti is a gelato brand, and this is Mediterranean mint. So this is their version of mint chocolate chip. That's why it's sort of greenish. So it's like Talenti. They make really good gelato ice cream, but this flavor's meh. They have like a Madagascar vanilla bean. I love vanilla, like straight up just like vanilla bean ice cream. It's so good, and they have one that they have a version of that, and it's delicious. Thank you all so very much again for the hype train. That was wickedly generous of all of you. Thank you so very much. So much support. Thank you everyone. Use them for cookies, meat. Yeah, exactly, Toku, exactly. Mint chocolate chip. I think I'm the only. I was talking to my parents about this because I was like, oh yeah, one of you likes mint chocolate chip, right? And they're like, no, we hate it. And then my dad brought up there's not York peppermint patties, but there's another one. It's like, God, I just looked it up too. It's mint and chocolate, but the mint on the inside's more gooey. Like it's not set like a peppermint patty, or like a York peppermint patty, right? Because those ones are more like the Girl Scout cookies, the mint chocolate chip Girl Scout cookies, where everything's kind of like a cookie bite. This one has like chocolate and like some sort of like gooey mint stuff inside. I forget the name. It's like 8 o'clock or something like that. Is that what it is, actually? Mint chocolate candy. Not Andes. Not mint patties, not Dove. Thin mint cookies or grandma candies? What, hard candies? It's not popping up. Let's see. 8 o'clock chocolate. Wait, is it 8? Oh no, it's 8 ounce. Hold on. 8 o'clock. It's after 8. After 8 is what I'm talking about. After 8. That's what I'm talking about. Often referred to as simply as after 8 mint chocolate thins. Often referred to as simply as after 8s. Thin peppermint fondant coated by dark chocolate. I don't like those. Oh my god, sorry, the beeping, I thought it was like a battery backup going on. I'm like, wait, how is my power still on? I lost power this morning from 4 a.m. till 7 a.m. And I literally, my alarm went off at 6:45, and the power went off, and I knew immediately because I had battery backups, so I started beeping. And literally, I was like, my alarm went off, and I was sitting there in bed, and I was no joke, typing the message saying, my power's out, I'll keep you all updated, and then the power came back on. You gotta get on a bus? Okie dokie, have fun on the bus. Hopefully I didn't miss you. After 8 sounds like an ice cream with alcohol in it. That does, actually, yeah. There's a hard candy that's mint candy with chocolate flavoring filling. Oh. I will say this. I personally do not mind hard candies. Someone actually even sent me a bag of butterscotch candies. I did get some butterscotch candies at one point. I did eat most of them. I don't know. Hard candies are great. Also, Bandit's like hard passed out in the living room. Oh no, he's not passed out. He's just staring at me. His tail moved. Yeah, Werther's. Werther's Original, yeah. But that's butterscotch. That's, Werther's Originals, those are the butterscotch candies. That's what got sent to me. I love them. I don't eat a lot of candy, though, so it took me a while to get through it. You'll order a bag of assorted hard candies? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because every so often I want that sugar hit. Yeah, I'm not like a big sugar guy. That's why they're called grandma candies. Hey, nothing wrong with that, honestly. I don't know why people were like so grossed out by them, because there's a lot of good ones. But either way, I'm not a big sugar guy. Like that ice cream I bought, I've had it for like 2 weeks now, and that's how much I've eaten. Like last night I ate some, and I'll take like 4 or 5 bites, and that's it. Good old strawberry bonbons, yes. The strawberry bonbons are underrated. Yeah. It's just like I need that like sugar hit like every so often. What is Bitterballen? It is a deep fried meat mixture sort of ball. So we have We made a roux. In that roux, we put onion, parsley, seasoning, which was salt, pepper, and nutmeg, and beef. It's currently chilling in the fridge, so that way it becomes a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? I've used it a couple times. It kind of sets together a little bit so we can manipulate it. And then we'll make balls, and then we'll coat those in flour, egg, and panko, and then we're going to deep fry them. Firm, yes, yeah, it'll firm up in the fridge. Thank you, my brain. From scratch, bourbon ball is the jam. I don't know what that is. Yo, Lard, what's up, bud? How you doing today, my friend? Good to see you. How goes the baking? Alright, tea is done. Do we get a little beverage going? Alright, so we will need this for frying. I bought oil, didn't I? If I don't have oil, I'm gonna be... No, I bought oil recently. I'm like 99% sure of it. Yes, I have mozzarella. Worst case, I just go steal some from my neighbor. Alright, so we'll need mozzarella, there's that. Here's our panko. So I have some that I previously have, and then I bought an extra box. So there's the bag of that one. And then egg we'll get out later. We'll just grab it now, it's whatever. I will grab one egg for... No, we'll grab 2 eggs. I think we're going to need 2 eggs for this. Alright, and then... Yep, we'll let that sit for 10 more minutes, and then we'll start forming our bowls. So until then, I am going to grab myself something to drink. That mug works. But yeah, that's, it is a, Dutch. It's a Dutch dish, if I'm remembering it correctly, right? I don't know if it's like a specific to one country, or I think it's more their culture. Because I think you can find it in Belgium. I think you can find it in the Netherlands. I think like a couple other places do it as well, but maybe like a slight variation. Let me Google here. Is a Dutch meat-based snack made from making a very thick stew thickened with roux, beef stock loaded with meat, refrigerating the stew until it firms, then rolling the mixture into balls, which then get breaded and fried. Seasoning in the base stew usually includes onion, salt, pepper, parsley, and nutmeg. Region or state, Northwestern Europe. Place of origin, Netherlands. And we are doing beef for this. So hopefully that answers your question. But yes, we have...
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Has it really been this long?
60 months, Proto. 60 months, 5 years. No. Don't apologize. My reaction is 60 months as well. My gosh. Thank you so very much for the tier 1 for 60 frickin' months. That's huge. Thank you. It's basically a meat croquette, so a bunch of variations. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because the French... But from my understanding, the French version uses potato with cheese inside. I believe you make mashed potatoes, and then you form the balls from that, and then you fry it with cheese inside, I think. Ran a lot of errands this morning. Time to relax for a bit, and then prepare for tomorrow. Oh, it's only potato? Oh, okay. I thought there was cheese in it. Maybe I want there to be cheese. You have just cheese ones too? Well, just cheese would be like a mozzarella stick, right? It's actually Cav! It's actually Cav this time!
My back! Oh, my back!
Twitch chat was juking me earlier. Lurkin, I appreciate it, bud. Do an Italian fried rice ball full of cheese and meat sauce? That sounds good, too. I'd eat that. And it worked. We actually, like, literally just had a hype train and stuff, so that's probably why. Because we just had a bunch of alerts trigger. Bandit, bud. Don't be licking those paws. Okay. Thank you again, Proto, for the 5 years. Wild. Oh, please do, Freaky. I'd love to see more. Alrighty. Well, let's set up our counter space here, because we do need to get a little bit more counter space going. Lard, congratulations on your watch streak. Yes, haha. Okay, so we'll need 3 vessels, breading, egg, and flour. I think I'll just use 3 bowls, honestly, because it's probably going to be the easiest way to go about it. Oh, the YouTube stream is like giga behind the Twitch stream. My God. Alrighty, flour. Making a mess. So we're sifting our flour right now, because that's what they do in all the cooking shows. I believe the main reason is just to get rid of lumps within the flour. I'm going to do a couple more scoops of this. I don't think I'll need this much flour, but it's okay. Alright, that's good. We won't need that, probably. We'll keep the flour out in case we need more. And this is going to be our panko here. We'll need all of this bag. And then we will also need a bit more of this as well. I'm just going to reuse this bag, actually. Okay. And then we'll just... just so it doesn't get everywhere. And then once again, we'll leave this one out just in case we need more. This box can get recycled later. And then flour, egg, panko. I don't know what you're making. I've explained this like 6 times, Vita. I'm gonna be honest. I've explained this like 6 times. You have to go make sure to post on Discord. I will do my best to remember. You're not a smart man. There's this like amazing tool called Google. I do love that everyone comes in and just asks what it is, and then I explain it, and then like 10 minutes later another person comes in and is like, what are you making? Alrighty. Okay, so we need... sheets. Parchment paper. Alright, let's start making balls, chat. My hands are gonna get really nasty here, I think. I think that's gonna be that honestly is gonna be perfect. What's up, Muffins? My hands are gonna smell so good today. Oh, one of the things that I want to make for you guys is, at one point, I got the recipe from my mom, too, is, kif de luce. It's, basically Hungarian meatballs. It's something that I've been on my list, but next month we're going to be doing, shawarma kebab sort of thing. I'm sure there's someone that's going to come in here and be like, those are too big. It's like, okay, whatever. My hands are so covered right now. Thank you, Umber. Thank you. Someone's got to say it. Should maybe go see my doctor about that, though. Good. Yeah, exactly. It's messy, but it's worth it. I don't mind. I could have probably gone to the garage and got some gloves. I don't care enough. Also, I think those gloves are mostly for, like, working on machinery and stuff. I don't think they're for food. We did meatballs. We did, like, Italian meatballs one time on stream. I made them gigantic. I made them way too big. I also put in way too much onion as well. They were so oniony. Yeah, because we did meatball subs. It was that stream. Because I had watched the classic Mystery Men movie, and there's a bit, or there's not a bit, but it's like one of the guys orders like a meatball sub, and I don't know why. I was like, man, dude, I haven't had a meatball sub in ages. So we did a meatball sub cooking stream, and I made the meatballs way too freaking big. Never too much onion. Unfortunately for me, there can be. I like a good balance. Like I don't wanna just taste onion in something. Same thing with like garlic. I don't want to just eat just garlic. My stomach is gonna be in knots. I know there's people that do like garlic on like the whole clove garlic on pizza, and I just can't do that. No, it's a slow roll. Garlic knots? But that's more bread than anything, right? Alright. Not bad. Alright. I think I'm pretty okay with this. I could probably scrape out one more. Whatever, let's try and scrape out one more then, actually. This is gonna be a lot of just, though, not a lot of filling, just a lot of goo. Yeah, this is... Oh, well, hold on. Maybe get a little stuff off my hands. Make one more bowl. The smallest bowl. Alright, let's wash our hands here. This is gross. Ooh. It's just a gross feeling. Ugh. It's a little slimy. Alright. Okay. Hot. Very hot. Alright, then we're going to let this soak in this hot water because it needs to. And then I'm going to start breading and stuff. Okay, that can fill up. Okay. You're not a fan of the Stinky Rose restaurant? Stinking Rose? Olive Garden? Who? I don't know this meme. Oh! Yeah, no, I never heard of it. I don't go down to San Francisco or Sacramento either very often. Alright. Oil. We are cruising on this, honestly. I did not think we would be starting to fry at about 11 a.m., but that is not bad pacing, so we should be done cooking by about noon my time. You eat raw garlic like candy. I know some people that do that as well. It's just I have so I have gastroesophageal reflux disease. GERDS is the mutation. It's basically like a worse form of acid reflux. I also have there's a sphincter in your esophagus and stuff like that, and it doesn't open and close properly. Like sometimes it stays open, and literally acid creeps up the back of my throat. The best example for this that my mom actually told me, which is the best way to explain this. If I were to chug water and then do a handstand, I would struggle to actually keep the water from just literally flowing out of my body. I would actually like have to fight against it, like physically, like fight to hold that water in. Punching. So yeah. So there's a mixture of a lot of things. So there's this thing called the FODMAP. It's FOD. And it has to do with how certain things ferment in your stomach. So, like, cooked onion, completely fine. Raw onion, bit rough on my stomach. Garlic is kind of hit or miss. Jalapenos. Cooked jalapenos, can't do them. Raw jalapeno, breakfast, lunch, dinner, no problem at all. So and here's the best example. Raspberries. I can't eat raspberries. I get acid reflux from raspberries. I love raspberries. I can't eat them. So it's, you know, you figure out what your body can have and what it can't have. And yes, I have taken proton pump inhibitors. I've taken your Nexium, your... what else is there? There's Prevacid, not Ozempic, Omniprozol or whatever it is. I've tried them all. At the end of the day, a good diet is the best way that I have found to manage my reflux. So, that's what I do. The most annoying is when you get the snobs out there who are like, oh, you're such a picky eater. It's like, no, I just don't want to feel like shit for the rest of the day, idiot. No one wants to sit there with their stomach in a frickin' knot. Yo, what's up, Cam? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I can't drink tequila, but that's mostly because I drank too much of it in college and I got sick on it. Everyone has that alcohol that they had too much of at one point and they just can't touch it. My aunt cannot look at gin. She got... It was her husband, my mom and dad, when they were, you know, in college, they were at the Black Sea, and my aunt drank so much gin that she got so hungover, so sick on it, and she, to this day, can't even, like, look at a gin bottle. So we had, El Matador was the tequila we had at Detroit Mercy that someone got. It had a little sombrero on the top as the cap. And, yeah, that was a night I did forget. Because I don't remember most of it. I don't drink like that anymore, though. Like, I don't think I've had a we were talking about this as well. Like, I don't think I've had a hangover in a couple years. What is Bitterballen? It is what we're making. I've explained this like 6 times, so I'm kind of done explaining it. It's croquette, but with meat. There you go. Okay. Friend husband got diagnosed with alpha-gal. Meat or dairy to cook with. Oh my god. That's rough. Alright, we'll need another thing to put the coated balls onto. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Do I want to use like a utensil or do I just want to do hands again? I think I'm just going to do hands again. Just get my hands dirty, whatever. But what am I going to put these on? Because this sheet is like the right size, so they're all spaced out. Maybe I just do like 2 plates. Or... Boom. And then now we do this, we just use this again. I'm a genius! What you doing, Bandit? Also, yes, always crinkle your parchment paper. It is easier to manipulate, in my opinion. Always, always. We're running out of counter space. How do I want to do it? Because I want to be able to put these immediately. You know what? I think I'll just move the flour and this. And then this can go here-ish. Oh, hold on. Alright, I believe this is the end of this playlist because I think this is like the cover song. Oh, no. No, it's not. Alright. Alright. Flour, egg, panko. You misplaced your phone. You gotta use the, whatchamacallit, the Find My Phone through Google. That's what I do. I've lost my phone in my own house many a times. Not exaggerating. I'll literally set it down somewhere, and then I'm like, where did I put it? And I've done it where I literally put it down on a surface that is the same color. It's a, black phone, black surface, and then I just literally cannot find it anywhere. You mean Find My Phone from Apple? Do they have one of those? I know Google has one. That's what I use. I don't know. I'm assuming Apple has something similar. Where you can just log in and ping your phone. If not, time to get rid of Apple. So here we're just flouring all of them. Because that way we can then just move on to egg and panko immediately after. So we just get one whole step done, and then we can do those 2 steps together, so we just have more working space here. I mean, I also believe in the technology gremlins that literally will move your stuff around, and then when you actually are trying to find it, they put it back to exactly where you left it. I swear to God, I have legitimately put my phone down on the counter. There's nothing on this counter. I walk away, I come back to grab it, it's not there. I leave the room thinking it's somewhere else in the house, come back, it's exactly there. Swear to God. Frickin' technology gremlins, man. I've done that with the TV remote as well. It's my own ADHD brain. And I'm my own worst enemy. Exactly! Yes, you get the reference! The sock gnomes from South Park. Yes, exactly. 10 internet points to you, my friend. What you can spend them on, I don't know, but you have 10. You've lost yours for a full day or two. The nice thing with the Google, because I have a Google Pixel, the nice thing with it, because I keep my phone on silent 90% of the time as well. So when I've lost it, I'm like, I can't just have, like... One time I lost it because I went out with some neighbors to a bar, and afterwards we had drinks at their house, and they had whiskey, and I was like, oh, I don't really drink whiskey often, but I'll have I'll have some whiskey with you guys. You're, being nice, inviting me, blah, blah, blah. And then literally, like, 20 minutes later, I'm like, where's my phone? I had, at one point, so we went to the bar, and then we went to the liquor store, we grabbed beer because we were going to have more drinks at their house. So I was like, oh, let me, I'm going to go grab a sweater and grab Bandit because they have a dog, and then I'll come back over. And what I did was I came into the house, I put my phone, this is my phone here, I put my phone like this on a black cabinet in kind of the corner of my room, so it was kind of darker, and literally I just couldn't find it. So I had set it down, got my sweater, got Bandit, walked over there, we had finished a beer, that's when we had whiskey, and that's when I was like, wait, I don't have my phone on me, because I think we started talking about something, and I wanted to show a photo, like, for Baha Ross or something. So then the wife with me walks all the way back to my house. We look through my house together, and we can't find it. And then she called the bar, and she was like, maybe you left it there. And I was like, I honestly don't know. I wasn't that drunk. I just literally just did not remember. And later that night, I was watching Evil Dead Rise. And I had, like, the epiphany. I'm like, oh, my God, I can use the Google Find My Phone. So I literally, at, like, 2 in the morning, turn on my PC, like, ping it, and then I, no joke, find it, and I'm like, I'm so disappointed with myself. I did the same thing as well one time when I came back from the bar, and I had to pee really bad, so I ran inside the house, and there's a bathroom right here, behind this wall. I have 2 bathrooms in the house. There's this one. I don't use it very often, and so I ran in there, I put my phone on the counter, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I closed the door, and then literally I was like, 2 hours later, I was like, where's my phone? I do it too often. But I know where I get it from. I know I get it from my dad. I know I get it from my dad because he came in from a cigarette one time when they were visiting, and my mom and I were watching Bake Off while he was having a cigarette, and he's going to take a shower, then we're watching a movie together. So we're watching Bake Off, we're chatting, blah, blah, blah. He comes in, and he watches the TV a little bit, and then he goes into the bathroom. And then he comes out of the bathroom, and we're about to watch the movie, and he's like, I don't know, he's pacing around for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, Dad, what's going on? He's like, it's all good, it's all good. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, Dad, what is the issue? He's like, I can't find my glasses. He came inside the house, and there's a couch behind this wall right here, and he had put the glasses down at the top of the couch, and then walked away. So for like 20 minutes... Like, in total, between him and then us joining in, we, like, scoured the house for his glasses. He also left his phone on the top of his car, drove with it. He drove 2 miles before it fell off, and then he used the Google Find My Phone thing, and he found it on the side of the road. It was smashed to, pieces, but yeah. So, yeah. I know where I get it from. It's so weird, though, too, because, like, I'm not too attached to my phone, but I'm attached to losing it, if that makes sense. And it's not even that big of a deal. Like, 90% of it's backed up online, like, photos, whatever. It's just the inconvenience of having to then possibly go get a new phone. That's what I am most annoyed with. I hate that inconvenience of having to go get a new phone and spend money on something I don't really care about. Anyways. Shall we do the next part? I'm kind of tempted to, like, put these in the freezer again. Are you okay, bud? I heard a loud noise in the living room. I think he just coughed. I'm kind of tempted to put these back in the freezer to, like, harden them up further or, like, firm them up even more because they've been sitting on the counter room temperature. That kind of feels like a smart idea. I think I'm going to do that. And then I can chat with all of you for, like, 10 minutes. Even though I already have been. I think we're going to do that. I think this is going to be the smart way. But what's the smart way of getting this back onto this? I think we'll do it the way we got it off. We'll just do this. But now they're covered in flour, so they're rolling. Yeah, that was a dumb idea. I was like, all right, maybe if I just go fast. No. All right. Just make sure these are spaced out. Yeah, I think we're going to put these in the freezer so they firm up a little bit more. I think that's the smart move, because right now they're very soft and malleable. Okay. Into the freezer you go. I thought one of the balls just fell into the back of the freezer. It did not. Okay. The reverse tablecloth. My logic was like, if I go fast, it'll work out. No. It was not. Alrighty. Alright, I think I need another beverage. But otherwise, hopefully everyone's weekend has been treating them well so far. It's the last day of GDQ. The Norway versus England game is in 3 hours? About 3 hours, yeah. And then I got D&D as well today. I got a jam-packed day. I am tempted to go get some pizza because I do have that free pizza every month thing. And pizza before D&D is always good because then you can always go get a slice between like breaks. It's either that or I just make hot dogs, which I'm kind of tempted to do so I don't have to leave the house for anything. Dude, I saw my mom is in love with him. Free pizza is so that's why free. Free. So there's a pizza of the month club thing at Aleworks in Tahoe, and it's $20, but you get one of their special pizzas, which is $32, and a beer. So $20 for a pizza and a beer once a month, not bad. So I call it a free pizza. So yeah, it's not too bad, yeah. Well, it's not only that, but my mom loves his personality and how, like, memeable he is. And how, like, silly he is and stuff. Like, there was, like, I had to explain it to her. She was like, what's this thing with this pink guy that they're comparing him to? I'm like, oh, Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. So I was like, you remember that old show that my brother and I used to watch, like, after school? And she's like, yeah, it's like, it's a character from that. And she's like, oh, weird. Like, but the other thing, too, is, like, I saw a video of him, and it was basically how quickly he can get up to speed. Because he's, like, 6 foot a billion. So, like, one stride for him is, like, 3 for me. So, there's that, too. He's just a tall lad, and he can really get that speed up. Yeah, I'm rooting for both teams today because I like both. I'm rooting for England so they can have their opportunity. I'm rooting for Norway because I love the memery of the players and stuff. So, best of luck to both teams today. I think no matter who comes out of it, they're gonna have a bigger following. Obviously, I legit do think that if England beats Norway, I think the Norwegian viewers will probably root for England. That's what I would think. Right now, I'm thinking. If England beats Norway, they go up against Spain, right? What's the bracket look like? FIFA. I'm gonna use my phone. This is way more convenient. FIFA, there we go. Because I want to see the bracket. So, France versus Spain on Tuesday of next week. And then the winner of England-Norway goes up against the winner of Argentina-Switzerland, which we all assume it will just be Argentina. And then Messi will get whatever they need him to get so he can make it to the grand finals up against... I personally want Spain to beat France, but that's just personal bias. If Argentina wins, I will never play another Blizzard game again. Why? I got nothing against France. I'd root for Spain over France, but that's just my personal, just my personal taste in it. I haven't watched any French games, so I really couldn't tell you anything about them. But based off of which country I like visiting more, that's literally how I'm basing it. So as I said, it's kind of like a not realistic opinion in a sense, or wait. Welcome back, Freaky. So right now, I coated all the balls in flour, and then they were starting to get a little bit soft, so I put them back in the freezer to firm back up a little bit, because I think that's smart. I don't know. And then once, oh, I didn't put a timer. I said 10 minutes. We'll give it 5 more minutes or something, I don't know. But welcome back. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. Appreciate it. We're just talking about the upcoming FIFA games. Talking about who we're kind of rooting for here if England wins, Norway wins kind of thing. But yeah, as I said, I think Argentina beats Switzerland, unless, I mean, but here, you know what? I won't say that, because, who, was it Belgium? No, who put up the fight up against Argentina? Egypt, right? Egypt? Egypt was like 2-0 at like 78 minutes of 90. So yeah, like, I'm not going to count Switzerland out. I take it back. I take it back. It should be close. It should be close. I haven't watched any of Switzerland, so I can't say a word about their team, their team, okay. I thought there was another word, but I was going to say firm, but I think that's more, I watched Green Street Hooligans right before FIFA started, because it felt fitting. Also, Green Street Hooligans, amazing movie, cry every time. I don't know, I think I watched a bit of Belgium, because, yeah, exactly. I was reading about the many controversies with Messi and one of the refs. Oh, Jesus. What's the drama? Oh. As a reminder, once again, Saturday, the 18th, is our massive viewer day. Here's the Storm, StarCraft 2 Commanders, if we have anyone interested, Helldivers, Marbles, and a Corsair giveaway. We're going to be giving away a Galleon 100 SD. Exclamation Corsair if you want to check out what that is. But I'm really looking forward to this. Big shout out to Corsair for letting us have the opportunity to give away a $350 keyboard. And even if you're sitting there like, well, I don't stream, I won't need a stream deck. Lies! You can literally get, you can basically make it a standard numpad. You can have pre-programmed profiles that will interact for Helldivers. So, for example, in Helldivers where you have to hit the arrows to summon a certain thing, you can literally have that as a single button now. You can do the same thing for World of Warcraft. You can have interactions with Spotify, OBS Studio, obviously. There's a ton of different things. Even if you don't stream, a Galleon SD100 could be really, really nice for you. Also, it's an amazing keyboard, period. I absolutely love this keyboard. And that's not me, I'm not yucking it up because Corsair's the sponsor. I legit love the Galleon. It is one of the best keyboards I think Corsair has ever made. Oh, with a particular ref, he never loses. Not knocking, but he's a great... Yeah, exactly. I've said this many a times, and I'll say it again and again. I can respect Messi as a player and his skill and what he can do. I don't care for the hype around him, the commentators that literally just lick his toes. It's like the next level above brown nosing, because the biggest issue for me is that sports, most sports games, most are team based, and it takes a team to make to succeed. But 90% of the time, it's how Messi is carrying the team, not how the defense is keeping the ball out and creating space for the goalie. Nothing about midfield passing it up and shifting things towards Messi for these goals and these opportunities. It's just, oh my God, look at him, he's a god, and I don't like that commentary. It's like when US played any game, the commentators were so biased. They were like, wow, USA's doing so good. Oh, the other team couldn't possibly do as good as this. It's like, dude, come on, man. Be a better commentator. That's where I get. That's my gripe, is that it's the commentary side, because, and this is because also this is how I do my heroes casting. In my head, yeah, there's a team that I favor a little bit more than the other, because I like X player or X draft or this and that. Sure. But that doesn't matter. My job is to tell people what's going on the screen and inform them of what could happen, what is happening, and what did happen. That's my job. My job is not to be like, oh my God, look at Hazu, look how good he is, look how amazing he is, he's the best Vikings player ever, no one will ever be... That's not fun. Now, if Hazu has a pop-off moment, sure, yeah, you can talk about that. You can hype it. You can be excited about it, but it shouldn't be the core of your commentary. What's up, Brew? How you doing, bud? Commentary isn't his fault. Yeah, exactly. That's what I keep saying. I can respect him for the player. I can respect him for all that. It's the commentators that just annoy the hell out of me. Yeah, Ronaldo as well. Yeah. Ronaldo's a personality for sure. Hazu doing voice lines makes him the best player. I mean, fair. You love the Corsair apron? Thank you. I was just talking about how Corsair has given us a Galleon 100 SD to give away next weekend. Because next weekend, on Saturday, is our massive viewer day. 9-hour viewer day. Heroes of Storm, StarCraft 2 Co-op Commanders, Helldivers, Marbles, and maybe more. And right now, we are just chilling our balls. Because we had formed these balls, and they were sitting out for a little bit, so I wanted to kind of chill them down to firm them up a little bit more. So now... what we will be doing is we're going to be breading them. I think you guys can see this decently. Let me try and pull this over. Okay, so we can do this one. This one is no big deal. So we'll go ahead and do this. And this is basically just so we have another way to hold all of this. So we're going to go ahead and pull that there, because we can go over all of this onto the sheet, I think is the way. No, we'll do it the other way. I think the other way is better. Because that way we just go boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Okay. Thank you, Freaky. I appreciate it. Rumballs? No. This is Bitterballen, which is like the French croquettes, but from Northwest Europe. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I just need to go. I think I'm gonna use tongs. I'm gonna use tongs. I want to try tongs and see how these are. Also, I'm gonna reform the balls too, because now that they've firmed up a little bit, I can roll them into a little bit more of a ball rather than these sort of, I don't know, globs. You've never had them? I've never had these either. There is literally a viewer that has come to my channel whose name is Bitterballen. Crankle, one of those top tier Heroes of Storm players out there, talks about it all the time. If he comes into my channel, we talk about food. I think he's literally asked me, when are you going to do this? I think he's come into a cooking stream and asked me. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. So now I'm here doing it, and Crankle's not here. How rude. So, to be honest, I don't know what to expect with this. I think it will be good, but I don't know. And we're also listening to the Pizza Tower OST, because earlier today I was watching the Pizza Tower speedrun on GDQ. By the way, it's the last day of Games Done Quick if you want to support the charity. Last day of Games Done Quick for Summer Games Done Quick. And you know what that means? That means that starting... Oh, you know what? Since Monday is supposed to be storming, I'll probably start doing my next round of Pokemon paintings for Awesome Games Done Quick. It's 6 months away about, but, I mean... might as well just get them done and have them ready. And I still don't know what we're going to be painting this month for Baha Ross. I really don't know. How are they not here? I'm not upset about it. It's whatever. I mean, it's quintessential Twitch chat, you know? Why don't you do this? Okay, I'll do it. Well, I'm not gonna come watch you. It was like when CCL ended, and Grubby got into Dota, and people were like, "Why don't you just play Dota like Grubby?" So I did, and no. Yeah. One bet, like I had, there was a point where I didn't have chicken tenders, which it's like not that big of a deal, but chicken tenders are always good. Like you go to a bar, we used to like bar hop a lot back in Metro Detroit. So like you go to one of the bars, they have, you know, you get like some chicken tenders as a snack. And there was one time when it was undercooked and I didn't realize it, and I got so sick the next day. Like it wasn't like I was like, this is not a hangover. Like I am so sick. Like, so I didn't have chicken tenders for like I think like 2 or 3 years because of that. All right, shall we get going? Yeah, you can watch the replay. We also have been dual streaming for, it's been like a month now, I think, right? We dual stream to YouTube because Twitch, obviously, VODs don't last forever. It's like 30 or 60 days, depending if you have Amazon Prime or something like that, or if you're partnered. And so you only have 100 hours, I believe it is, of VOD time, or a highlight time you're allowed. Maybe 1,000. I think it's 100. But either way, you're limited on your highlights as well. So a lot of people have asked me over the last couple years, like, oh, dude, like, do you have your Elden Ring DLC playthrough anywhere? And I'm like, no, it's gone. Like, unfortunately, it's gone. So I started dual streaming to YouTube. I made a separate YouTube account that's basically just our archive. It is purely just the archive of all of our streams. I have YouTube chat open. I monitor it here and there, but not a lot of people use it. But I will say this. Please do subscribe to both of the YouTube channels to help us grow them. We still have the main YouTube channel, which is going to be just the Heroes Casting, youtube.tv/Bahamut Gaming, and then youtube.tv/Bahamut Plays is going to be our archive channel. I'm just gonna use my hands. This is already just tedious. You would forget what? You would. How you doing today, bud? How's the family? But I will say this, Freaky. The best way, in my opinion, to get over something that made you sick so you eat it again, you make it yourself. Because that was how, like, the chicken tenders thing was for me. I ended up just, I was like, you know what? I can't get sick if I make it myself. Because whenever I do chicken, I always overcook it a little bit. I would rather have slightly dry chicken than anything undercooked. So the same thing happens when I cook for other people, too. Like, I've made burgers, and I'm just like, look, your burger might be a little on the dry side, but I do not want to give you raw meat on the inside. I did that one time to someone, and the Midwest guilt follows me to this day about it. We were camping, and I offered to grill for the camping group, and some of the burgers were not cooked through. Some people didn't mind because they wanted that, like, pink in the middle. But there were a couple people who were grossed out, and I to this day feel bad about it. Why? I don't know. They probably don't remember it. But there's that Midwest guilt. We went to Brewery's 3-year party, had a beer each. Now it's lie on the ground time. Wait, what? Like, you're intoxicated now so you lay down, or you're so hungover from the party? I think I might have missed a little bit. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Oh, I forgot to start the oil. Whatever. Oh, just hot and tired? Got it, okay. Yeah, today we've got a hot day. As I said earlier, it's going to be about 30 Celsius. It's like 1 degree under 30 Celsius Fahrenheit, which is 30 Celsius is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. But then we have tomorrow, it's going to cool down, and then Monday it's going to rain all day, which is unfortunate. I have the dentist. I wanted to go to the beach with Bandit. As I was saying earlier, I think probably I'll get up early because my brain will just wake up at a point at like 7 a.m. So I'll probably take Bandit to the beach, and then my dentist is until 9 a.m., so then I'll go to that. And then after the dentist, I don't know what I'm going to do. As I said, it's going to be raining all day, so probably start GDQ painting stuff, or at least look up stuff. What I really should lock in on Monday is what painting we're going to do for this month, because I was looking at StarCraft art, because I was thinking, oh, maybe we do StarCraft because we did, you know, Warcraft, then we did Diablo just recently. But the StarCraft, there's nothing in the StarCraft art that really is like, oh man, dude, that's like my wheelhouse of painting. A lot of it would be really, really far from what we do normally. I haven't even figured out what day we're going to do the painting stream this month. I will probably procrastinate and do it on the last week of July. 5 watches for 5 Bitterballen. Oh, that's the conversion rate? Shit. Good thing Kel didn't have a watch streak today, otherwise I would have owned them like 220. But thank you for Get What for the watch streak. I don't have the Poseidon voice line on this computer, so yes, haha. There you go. I might put these back in the freezer again, honestly. While we wait for the oil to get hot, that might be a smart thing to do just to cool them down a little bit more so they hold their shape. These look really good in my opinion. I'm gonna recoat this first one here. Alright. We gotta do some dishes. We gotta get the oil hot. And we're gonna change up the music a little bit. I'm kinda piece of towered out. Also, I think I want a little bit more oil for this. I don't think it's gonna be deep enough. I probably should have used the other pot, but whatever. Okay, Forget what? Have you ever made something like this? I feel like this is something you would have made. I don't know why. You've done pan-fried meatballs? Kind of similar. Yeah. A little bit of a different setup, but I was curious as one of our many resident chefs, I would say. You seem to have a pretty extensive knowledge of these things. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in the dishwasher. This is going to go in the dishwasher too, just because I want to run it today. And then more stuff just goes in the dishwasher. Because we're going to be lazy. Alright, that goes there. I used a little too much panko. That's okay. Alright. This... Oh, you know what? We'll just throw all this in the dishwasher. It's all good. Does that? It does clear it. That can go there. That can go there. That is a short fork. Okay. And then we... Alright, and then, oh my god, I meant to put these in the freezer. Alright, and then let's wipe down the counter. I don't generally fry things as it takes more work to clean up and yeah. I can agree with you on that. But I like doing this, obviously, I like doing these because it's fun for me to learn something that I don't know. And also I think it's fun for all of you to watch me do something I don't know, so. Also, yeah, next month we're doing shawarma kebab sort of thing. I know they're different, but I'll figure out exactly what we're gonna do next month. I also need to run to Costco on the 20th to get my meat because they're going to be cutting down a tree in my backyard, and I don't think I can legally be in the house during that time. So I think I'm going to drop Bandit off over at Copper's house so they can go run around and play together. And then I'll run down to Costco. And then by the time I'm back up, they'll probably be done cutting down the tree. Because I think it's going to be like a quarter, half-day thing. I don't think it's going to take that long for them to cut down the tree. Alright, I've had a lot of beverages and fluids. I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom. Because the oil is getting hot. And our balls are getting cool. I'm going to take off the headphones. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. Enjoy the music while I step away. And see you all in a moment. Okay. We didn't burn down the kitchen. Hey, you made it to your hotel in Chicago? Ball's getting cold? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I had to run to the bathroom so bad. And that was the perfect time. Alright, new music, and then let's chat about some stuff. Because I'm pizza towered out. Ooh, Silk Song feels good. Okay. So what's on... Ninja does like a 1 to 2 week like big trip every year, and then like I think it ends with like a float on the Asable River in Michigan. Which Asable is not spelled how you think it is. Because it's Michigan. Because you have Native American influence, French influence, some Dutch influence, a little bit of German influence. But yeah, he usually does like a big trip to see a bunch of friends in the Midwest. And this is the 3rd year he's done it, because he was saying that Muskegon River, that's what it is, yes. Because the Asable runs like pretty much all the way through Michigan. I canoed part of it for my leader in training. So when you worked when you wanted to become a counselor at Nisqually, if you were a camper, you could go through the LIT and CIT training. Leader in training, counselor in training. Basically, it was a way for them to be like, look, you still give us money, but we'll like guarantee you a job next summer. Or in 2 summers, depending. So like the counselor in training, you paid for 1 session, and then you shadowed under a counselor for the next session, but they didn't pay you anything. You actually paid them. But I like it was a summer camp, it was outdoor stuff. My parents loved that. I was excited about outdoor stuff, so we did that leader in training. It was a 2.5 day canoe trip, because you had like 2 nights and then a half day was the like ending. Very fun stuff. I cooked both days, and the first day, I remember this. The first day, because everyone had to like carry parts of everything, because it's a big canoeing trip. So there's like 8 of us in canoes, or 8 canoes in total. And so you had like, pots and pans in one canoe, you had food in one canoe, stuff like that. So the first night I cooked ramen, because I volunteered to cook both nights because I know how to cook. So we did ramen, which is basically just like, it was 15 packages of ramen just in a giant pot. And that was and then we just threw in all the seasoning. But I burned off all the hair on my right arm. So that I was joking with Guppy, who was one of the counselors. Some counselors have nicknames, and she was like swimming and stuff like that always. So Guppy was one of the counselors with us, and I was talking to her about it, and she's like, "Oh, well, tonight you should stir with the other arm so you even it out." So I never turned the oil on. God dang it, Chris! I thought the oil was getting hot. I'm a silly boy. All right, we want this on a high 4. Tomorrow's the Pokemon Museum, but tonight, you're just gonna hit the town. Any food you're gonna get today, Ninja? Are you gonna go to, hold on. Where is it? There's like a famous... Are you gonna go to Giordano's for their famous pizza? I stole this from them, by the way. There's like, it's like a really famous pizza place that does Chicago-style pizza. There's a couple of them in Chicago, but everyone has always said, like, if you're gonna get Chicago-style pizza, you gotta go to this place. I don't like Chicago-style at all. I really don't, personally. It's not bad, I just don't like it. I'm not a Pokemon person, but yeah, no, me too. I hope Ninja takes a lot of photos. I hope he does. If he doesn't, that's okay. We'll judge him quietly. So you know, but leaning towards going to Japan Fest. Hell yeah! Chicago style is yeah. So yeah, deep dish is like a type, and Chicago style is technically its own type, but it falls into deep dish. Chicago style is the round, and they use like pie crust. Hold on. The I knew I smelt it. I knew I smelt it. The gas turned on, but the igniter didn't ignite, so we need to make sure that the air is clear here. I could smell it. I was like, something's not right now. The battle music is perfect right now. Alright, there we go. We should be good. I just didn't want there to be a bunch of gas in the air when I reignite this. There we go. Two times I messed up starting the fire today. Oh, okay. They use cornmeal, not pie crust. Sorry, cornmeal, yes. I mean, cornmeal is typically used on the bottom so it doesn't stick and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the actual crust is, yeah, cornmeal. Thank you. Not pie crust. I think I misspeak and say that often. We can conclude you're not a fire starter. Insert Prodigy song. oh God. But yeah, Chicago style is typically that, like, really, it's circular, it's really deep, and then you typically have, if I remember correct, it's usually like sauce, ingredients, and then cheese. There's so much cheese. I think the biggest thing for me is that, like, the crust I don't care about. The amount of cheese I don't care about. Like, I love cheese, don't get me wrong. I love cheese. But it's just the amount. It's just too much. Crust, cheese, toppings, sauce, layered in that. Oh, okay. I thought there was cheese on top, but I think I flipped it. I think I literally inverted the entire thing. It is, yeah, bran flakes. It is truly more like a pie than other styles. Yes, yes. Very much so. That's why I always go to, like, pie crust, but that's not right. Some places hit it with parm on top. I've had it. If you enjoy it, by all means, it's just not for me. I'm a quintessential Detroit style deep dish guy. That is like my go-to. Second place, easy second place, New York style. And then third would be like Italian style, where it's like, you know, very, very thin. Maybe not Italian style. Maybe there's probably a better name for it. Not flatbread. Neapolitan style, I think, is actually the right term. I think Neapolitan style is the term. Because New York is famously your New York slice. I thought they made amazing pizza until a local Chicago pizza turned me into the kinds that they love and have turned me into Giordano's hater. Oh! I mean, Chicago does have other styles, for sure. But Chicago is very much known for the Chicago-style deep dish. There are... yeah. Oh, any day of the week, I would eat Chicago-style Giordano's over Domino's easily. If someone was like, "You have two choices," it's like I'm not a big Chicago-style fan. I'd rather have. I don't like Domino's. I despise Domino's. I don't think it's good. I think the only thing that can justify Domino's is the price, and even then, that's not worth it to me. Like, if we're talking, like, cheap pizza and stuff, I'd rather have Little Caesars. But I was raised on Little Caesars, so maybe that's my bias. They claim that Giordano's is a lie for what Chicago's specific deep dish is. Tavern style. Thank you. I couldn't remember it because I wanted to say St. Louis, but it's not obviously St. Louis. Tavern style, yes. Tavern style is great. I love a good tavern style pizza. That cracker crust, There was Hungry Howie's did a thin pizza, and it was basically just tavern style. It was cracker crust. Oh, dude, it was so good. That is the one thing I miss in Tahoe, is that we don't have a lot of, like, decent... Someone said this to me when I first moved here. I was like, that's not true. It is true. We don't have good food in Tahoe, in my opinion. That's why I cook a lot for myself. Like, most of the pizza places are mediocre, mid at best. Like, Blue Dog Pizza's meh. We have a lot of Chinese food places. I will say this, we do have really freaking good Mexican food up here. We have great Hispanic food. Because we have so many Hispanic people up here, there's a lot of, like, hole-in-the-wall, mom-and-pop sort of places that are absolutely on point. But pizza-wise in Tahoe, bad. Chinese food up here is bad. Italian food, we have three major restaurants. We have Scusa, which everyone goes to, and we've eaten there twice, and it's so bad. There's Isabella, which is pretty decent, and then there's Primo's, all owned by the same guy, but Scusa is just awful. Now that I don't have a job, I consider a deep dish place because I don't think it exists here. A lot of food that goes from, like, a lot of Americanized style food that goes to Europe does actually hit really well. Like, if you legit learned how to make Detroit-style deep dish pizza, you would kill it. I'm not exaggerating. Because effectively, Detroit-style deep dish pizza is effectively focaccia with toppings. Like, if we're really, like, boiling it down to, like, the core of it, it's basically focaccia with toppings. There's more layers to that onion, but focaccia with toppings is great. Hell, I'll eat an entire loaf of focaccia on its own. Because a lot of the Detroit style, you pre-bake it, and then you put all your toppings on top. Because if you don't pre-bake it, then you effectively get like a goopy mess. Oh, yes. Whenever I go to Michigan, I stay with my parents for like 2 or 3 days, and I stay with my buddy Brian for a couple days. And Brian and I basically we just play board games, and then we also go out and do stuff too. But I always tell him, I'm like, there are like, when I'm staying with you, there are like 3 things that I want to order, and Chinese food is one of them. But his partner's not too big into it, so usually he has to work a day in the office, so I get like Detroit style Chinese food, which is mwah. And then usually, like, the second to last or the last night I'm there, we typically get Jet's Pizza. And, it's so good. It's so good. It's so greasy. It kind of ruins me, but it's so good. Like, I keep saying, like, dude, if they opened a Jet's in Tahoe, they would destroy it up here. They would absolutely kill it if there was a Jet's up here. There is I was talking to a woman on Bumble at one point, and she lived in Reno, and part of our conversation was about pizza, and I was talking about Detroit pizza to her, and she was like, oh yeah, there's like a couple places in Reno that do it. So I looked up all the places she recommended. All of them were closed. It was 2, but still, both of them were like permanently, one of them was temporarily shut down for renovations, the other one literally had just permanently closed. It was honestly, it was so funny. Obviously, things with her didn't work out. The balls are out of the freezer, chat. Here's our balls. They look really, in my opinion, they look really good. Like, obviously not cooked, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's too close. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, the oil is getting hot. We want some tongs that have rubber. By the way, Corsair did make an entire kitchen set and sent it to their partners. This was like over a year ago at this point. It might be 2 years at this point. But these are my Corsair branded tongs. I also have, I don't know why my voice is rising. I'm not far away from the mic. They also sent these. They sent one of these, whatever this is. I think this is for slapping butts. I think you're supposed to slap butts with this. Seems pretty stiff, you know? And then, obviously the apron, and then there's also this one, and then there's a barbecue mop that they sent as well. Not really mop, but it's like the little brush thingy to spread stuff. Imagine Corsair now making RGB utensils. I said it was for slapping butts. But, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise what to do with it. God, dude, now I want pizza so bad. We should do another pizza stream this year. Slapping equals spreading. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna judge people. But I do want to try and make Detroit style again. I'm kind of tempted to invest into one of those Detroit style pans as well. Because there's a specific pan which has like sort of these like slightly angled edges that allow that sort of caramelization, everything of the cheese on the edge. I think it's like a $30 pan. And I don't know if I really want to spend $30 on a pan that I might not use. Oil is getting close to being ready. I'm seeing some bubbles from the water. Because I left a touch of water in there. So we'll let that oil get into temperature, and then we'll go from there. Oh, a little pop. You can use a cast iron skillet. I was going to say, I don't have one, and 2, technically that's a different style, Kel. Because cast iron pan is a style in itself. It's technically different. Because also the thing with, like, cast iron... Because the way you typically do Detroit-style deep dish is you partial bake it, then pull it out, then you do your toppings, then bake it again. Whereas the cast iron one, from my understanding from my research and watching videos, you basically oil, put dough, put your toppings, and then the whole thing goes in. So it's a little bit of a different process. If I might be wrong on this, but from my understanding, the process is a little bit different, and it's slightly different on the yield of the cook, because the cast iron style doesn't give you that height that you get with the other one, where it really you get that focaccia like almost like inch to 2 inches of height on it. Maybe not 2 inches, closer to like inch and a half. Yeah. But as I said, I might be wrong on that. That's just from my general research and knowledge. There are like 3 Reddit things that I go to. There's Reddit Pizza, Reddit Comics, and Reddit Birds. Oh, I go to Heroes of the Storm every so often just because I want to see what people are saying. Usually it's regrettable. I think it's time to fry. I think it's time to fry this. So let's get... We need something to put it on so it can drip some of the oil out. This plus this. And then we'll get our rack. And then that will be able to drip onto that. And then we can throw this in the dishwasher later. All right. I think we're ready to rock and or roll, chat. I think the oil is hot and ready. I am nervous and excited all at the same time. All right, that looks good. That looks good. Let's rock and roll. We'll do 1 to start and see how it ends up. I think the temperature of the oil might need to go up still. Exciting. All right. Hollow Knight is chill. I think this is Lance, which is like one of my favorite songs of the album. And we're still sitting on 4 teams for the Eternal Conflict tomorrow. Yeah. This is how I basically do schnitzel. But I definitely think the oil temperature needs to go up. Dun, 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 dun. I really need to beat Hollow Knight. Or Silk Song, excuse me. I really... Holy Jesus, dude. What a color that guy chose. That is a nasty color. Sorry, my neighbor's having his house painted, and he chose like this like forest green color. but it's got a little too much yellow in it, so it's kind of on like the puke green, not like a forest green, because like forest green's got like a deeper color to it, a little bit of blue in there, and it's got more yellow in it, and it kind of looks like that green, like you know the green nauseous face for the emotes that you can do, like the standard nausea face. It kind of looks like that color. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is also someone who has no taste, so there's that. This is why you have designers and you also have laborers. That's an ugly freaking color, dude. Ugh, and I have to stare at it now. Some more slate. It's that's funny. My apartment complex was all that color and recently got renovated to slate gray. I'll take a photo for you guys at some point, but obviously I'm not going to dox myself here. Okay, I mean, I think this is basically cooked. My nose is running. I apologize if it's obnoxious. I cannot get over that color. Ugh. I cannot get over that color. Like, he didn't even do swatches on the house or anything. Alright, we're going to let the oil temperature get back up a little bit. Then we're going to start rocking into, like, 4 balls at a time, I think. No, we'll do 3 at a time. I think 3 at a time. Because that'll give us 1 batch, 2 batch, 3 batch, 4 batch, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 batches seems good. One of the batches will have 4 in it, but that's okay. I think 3 at a time will be manageable. But yeah, that's a color choice right there, dude. Yeah, that's why I have them. Oh, you can't really see it. That's why I have them on this rack right here. I have this rack over here so they have basically 360 cooling. So this might be the first one that we actually eat because it will be cool by the time we're done with all of those. But I appreciate the reminder. I do. Ugh. Sorry. I gotta stop being so judgmental. Well, otherwise, how's your weekend going, everybody? What else can we talk about? What else is there to chat about? Next week's stream schedule, as I said, we got that big viewer day. Movie night. Oh, we're also, yeah, we are going to be watching Advent Children, the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie on Friday. And then we did hit a 4th movie night for the month of July. And I know Nancy recommended Easy A. I'll have to ask if that works out this month for her. Otherwise, we'll figure something else out. Yes, Advent Children is extremely related to Final Fantasy VII. If I'm not mistaken, it takes place X amount of years after Final Fantasy VII events. But, like, Cloud's in it, Tifa, Vincent, Barrett. I won't say the gang's all here because most of you have played or know Final Fantasy VII. Seriously, Advent Children is super fun. Even if you don't know Final Fantasy VII plot, I think you'll still enjoy it. I think everyone should watch Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Also, I think it's actually just Final Fantasy. I think it's just Final Fantasy Advent Children. Also, we are going to be watching the extended edition, which gives us like 26 minutes of extra stuff. So it is a 2-hour movie, but it's going to be a good 2 hours. Are you going to be there, Vita? You can't miss out on Final Fantasy Advent Children. You might be out that day, no worries. But if a streamer's doing first playthrough of a game and the chat just starts spamming smile, is it considered a spoiler? I feel like I need a little bit more context. Like, did the streamer, like, say something? Like, did the streamer go, oh, like, is this meaning this? But they won't find out till, like, later in the game? Like, for example, let me put it this way. I was playing Final Fantasy VIII yesterday, and Stark asked me, what are my thoughts on Laguna and the dreams and stuff? And I gave my opinion. Now, if I gave my opinion and chat started spamming smile, I would take that as I am right, but they're trying not to say I'm right, but they are saying I'm right. That's how I would interpret that, personally. Now, if I was playing a game and I just get to a point and people start spamming a smile with no correlation to what I'm saying, what I'm doing, then that's just kind of spam and ambiguous. Friend is unable to meet, childcare taking priority. It sounds like you're going to Japan Fest, Ninja. Wasn't that like the reason? Or not reason, but the fallback? I'm just gonna let these sit flat. Go get yourself some delicious food. Take a photo with some cute cosplayers. These damn kids. No, I said we'd be frying by noon, and we are frying by noon. Pretty good pacing on my end, I'm going to be honest. So we should be done frying by about 12:30, 12:45. About 30 to 45 minutes from now. Excuse me. I might do something closer. Apparently it's $70 to get a ride there. We'll see how I feel after I get food in me. Well, right now, Chicago is Central Time, so it's about 2 p.m. for you. Look, I will say this, Ninja. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're, like, in a hotel off of Michigan Avenue or something. But Shed Aquarium is probably still open for another, like, 3-ish hours. So you could go get, like, food and go to Shed Aquarium. If you want to try. No, I'm going to wait till the end, but I appreciate it. I'm going to wait till the end because I'm going to finish this beer that I have here, and then we'll get out the really nice beer. I have some mustard. I don't like mustard, but for the sake of trying it, I am going to use some of this Dijon Grey Poupon mustard. I will try it. I don't like mustard, but I will try it purely for the science of it. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I wanna wait. I wanna build that anticipation. But yeah, Shed Aquarium. Shed Aquarium's always a good option. Or you can go to I actually don't think it's very far from it either. You can go to Millennium Park, the Frank Gehry designed park. Because there's Frank Lloyd Wright and there's Frank Gehry. Frank Gehry's very famous for his like abstract sort of twisting metal sort of buildings. Chat, you have probably seen a Frank Gehry building and you didn't even know it. But yeah, Frank Gehry, the Millennium Park is really good. Like, there's the Opera House, which is cool, but there's so much just to walk around in Millennium Park. And also, there's probably some food around there too. And the Millennium Park has the giant, a lot of you have seen it, Millennium Park has that giant reflective beam that everyone takes a photo with. Looks like that is also $70. Also, it's right next to your museum, so depending on how my friends are feeling, I might be going there tomorrow. Shed Aquarium is also $70? Am I understanding that right? That's wild. $70 for an aquarium? Unless I misinterpreted that. They're somewhat eaten hot. Yeah, it's okay. Like, we'll have a lot of balls to try. Oh, I see. The taxi. Ah, you're very close to the airport. Got you. So, what about, see, I don't know where the airport is in Chicago. I know it's O'Hare, but I couldn't tell you, like, location-wise or proximity to anything. Is there any opportunity you can use any of the transit? Because, like, Chicago transit system's really good. The bus is really phenomenal. Because I used to take the bus and the train to the end of the Red Line to go visit my buddy where he lived. So I don't know if there is an option to utilize the transit system. What is going on outside? There's some dude carrying his dog? The hell is going on? Oh. There's two women with dogs on leash, and this dude picks up his dog and walks it past them. That's weird. Oh, it's my neighbors. Oh, one of them's off leash, actually. Okay, never mind. But it's Wyatt, and Wyatt is the most gentle lab you've ever meet. Wyatt doesn't even bark. He's the most gentle lab ever. Yeah, as I said, like, the Chicago transit system is really good because they have a metro, they have a bus system, and they have the above ground train system, right? Or it might be the same train system in total, but I never use the underground because I know there is an underground for Chicago, but the only trains I ever used were, like, above, quite literally. Light rail? Is that what it's called in Chicago? I know in Detroit they have the light rail, which is dumb as hell. I hate the light rail in Detroit. Ambitious idea, squandered by a bunch of rich racists. And that's the truth. There was the M1 light rail. I worked on this, actually, on the engineering side. So yeah, the light rail in Chicago, you have a lot of trains that are quite literally above you. Like in the movies, you've probably seen them in the movies. Like New York has this as well. When we played Resident Evil 9 Requiem, at the start of the game, there's all these, there's literally the train system above you. So you have that, because like a tram is more on the ground. Like the Michigan M1 light rail is a tram. It is street level. Whereas a lot of the Chicago stuff is elevated above the street. Quite literally cars drive underneath you. And a subway is under the ground. But the M1 light rail in Michigan went from downtown Detroit proper to basically Highland Park, which is a sketchy area. And the idea was that the M1 light rail would eventually go all the way into Troy, which is really far up. Really, really, really far up. You'd be going through Oak Park, you'd be going through like Ferndale, Oak Park, Royal Oak, Birmingham, which I know it sounds weird, but that's how we say it. Then you get into, there's another area, then Cranbrook, and then you get into Troy. And it was supposed to go all the way up there, so people could literally have a transit system. But a bunch of rich white people were like, but what if those Detroit people get on the train and come to our town and rob us? That is legit it. That legit is why we don't have it going all the way up. That it is purely, what if black people come to our neighborhood? Good old Detroit. Ugh. Won't someone think of the children? Yeah, sounds believable, sadly. Oh, no, it is. As I said, I worked on this. I know. I absolutely know. Funny enough, there's gang violence and stuff like that in Detroit, obviously. But some of these cities that are north out of Detroit, like Southfield, they have gang violence and stuff too. Like it's just, there's a lot of outdated opinions that continue to thrive, which is very unfortunate. So, and a lot of those outdated opinions are outdated opinion people are the ones that make decisions. Oh, okay, that's for Corsair. Oh! It's going in the fryer, it doesn't matter. Alright, that's good. Well, United States racism aside, how we all do it? Nothing bad happened in the end, but it was difficult getting on that train. Oh my god, I can't believe that, Freaky. I could not imagine that. I know, my buddy CJ, his mom remarried in a guy from England. I can't remember. I could not tell you where he's from, but he's English. Kevin is from England. I literally met him. He's awesome. He's super nice. And when CJ was meeting Kevin for the first time, CJ's mom flew CJ out to England, wherever. He was out at a pub walking back to the house and got mugged in an alleyway, and CJ, being the most quintessential nice person ever, ended up having a 10-minute conversation with the dude. Literally, the dude is robbing my friend. My friend gives the wallet. I'm not there, but this is the story. My friend gives the wallet, the guy still has the knife, and then CJ starts just asking general questions about the area. Like, Midwesterners are weird, man. We're a weird group. Oh man, that to this day is one of the funniest things to me. Public transit won't be that easy for me to get to Japan Fest, but it would take me close to Michigan Street, which is, but it's like, yeah, that is the caveat with Chicago Transit. You can get everywhere very conveniently, but the time for it, I wasn't sure how long it would be, because like literally from the train station, because I used to take the train or the megabus in from Michigan, and they always stopped at the exact same transit station. It was an hour on the Red Line bus or 45 minutes on the Red Line train to get to my buddy, which was almost at the end of the line. So, yeah. Take it easy today. Your hotel's private. Oh, dude. Lap it up. I think that's the phrasing. Lap it up. Like, live in luxury. Get yourself some good food nearby. Take a good shower, or I guess jump in the hot tub, then take a good shower. Yeah, have a little you day. Oh God. I saw this one that you're talking about. I had a plan to rotate it again. Thank you for the reminder, because these are going a bit quicker than I keep thinking. I keep talking too much. What's new? Yeah, when I put it in and I rotated, I did see that. Thank you, Freaky. I appreciate it. But yeah, Ninja, like, it's your vacation too. Like, don't feel pressured by me to do something. Because I keep saying, like, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. But no, if you want to have, a know-nothing day, by all means, enjoy it. Because even then, like, if you want to go to a Millennium Park is not far from Shed, so you're still looking at, like, a 2-hour trip, basically. And then it's another 2 hours back. That's the other thing too. Is you gotta consider, you gotta get there, then you gotta get back. So 4 hours sitting around, I'd rather not. That's why I was saying, quite literally, I'd love to go to where they filmed Tremors and go to the museum and stuff, but it's about 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken, from my house to get there. And then it'd be another 4 hours to get back. So do I want to spend a third of the day driving? No. You're gun-ho to... Well, I mean, you can also go to the concierge at your hotel and ask them if there's anything that's close by that they recommend, because sometimes the concierge has really good recommendations. Sometimes they know a friend of a friend and there's like a show going on, because I've done that in Chicago as well. I went to Chicago for an architecture job, and I had like a day and a half to kill. So I went to the concierge and I was like, I don't know what to do. I've gone to all of like the generic stuff. Like, do you have anything to recommend? I ended up at some random dive bar watching some punk-ish show. It was really good. So, concierge or front desk is always a good option too. Sometimes they'll be dicks to you and be like, ew, no. But sometimes they're cool. It's worth the conversation. Just even if you want to, like, walk and do something. Or get food. Sometimes they have really good food recommendations, too. They're like, oh, dude, this one Mexican restaurant, this one Italian place, this one whatever. Do a batch of 4 on this one. Just happy it's 15 degrees cooler than it was. Oh. That's nearly 10 Celsius. That's nearly a 10 Celsius shift. Because 10 Celsius is about 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my god, they're painting the garage doors the same color as the... No! Dude, it looks so ugly! Oh, chat. The garage doors are being painted the same color as well. Oh no. I hate it. Now I gotta stare at that shit. I read that the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre are closed early because of the heat. Really? A travesty? It's not really. It's just me being a designer dick and being like, really? That's the color you chose? Ugh. In my defense, I went to school for this. In my defense, I have training, knowledge, and understanding, so I can justify my opinion. You'll be a dick alongside me? Thank you. Alright, we're getting to the final bowls. These need another minute or two, not even, and then we'll put in the final balls. Once those are done, we'll let everything cool. I'll run to the bathroom. We'll open up our fancy beer, and we'll Bitterballen. I'm gonna blow my nose, too. I will say this, though. I am having a really good time playing Final Fantasy VIII. Also, wait. Did Vita ask the whole question about the spoiler thing and then we didn't talk about it any further? Yes, Vita asked the question. I gave an answer, but then I didn't hear anything back. I'm curious. I am curious. It still sounds funny when you say it. What, a Bitterballen? Oh, probably, because I have that not only American accent, but I also have that Midwest accent. And probably a little bit of Californian at this point, too. Well, I think the other thing, too, for me is that, like, the way that I pronounce ballin' is the same way that I pronounce it, like, in the rap songs. Like, I'm bowling. Which is a common phrase when you're playing really good in basketball. You're ballin'. Or when you're, like, really, really rich or something, you know, you're ballin'. I'm afraid of these falling to the ground. Alright, last two going in. Alright, we need these thongs still. But this can go into the garbage can, and this can go into the dishwasher. As we'll just wash the sheet pan that way. It's not really dirty, but whatever. As I said, we have to run the dishwasher. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, we have our credit card glass. This is the North Star logo. And one person said to me one time that the North Star logo looks like a bunch of credit cards, and I can never not see it. North Star is considered one of the most expensive, bougie resorts you can go to in Tahoe. It is on the North Shore. It is so, like, North Star is where kids who have potential to legitimately become professionals go. They have a on the mountain like hotel and stuff like that where people live full time. They have a grocery store. It's like a sort of like mini mart, but they have a grocery store. They have a movie theater. There's a rule that at North Star for the employees, if they are carrying something, they are not allowed to talk to the guests. That is legit a rule there. They also, at North Star, have underground tunnels. I know this because one of my friends told me about it. And the underground tunnels are for the employees to like maneuver stuff around, like food to different restaurants and things, because they don't want the people to see any of that. It's crazy. What's up, Ashmantle? Thank you for the teeth cleaning. That'll be perfect when I run to the bathroom. I'll grab that as well. I do have to run to the bathroom so bad, though. I need this round to finish out so I can run to the bathroom. And I think it actually is. Oh, it's good. All right, heat is off. I will be right back, everybody. I gotta run to the bathroom bad. I forgot the thing. See which way he comes from. Thank you very much for that. Dude, the YouTube stream is so far behind that it is literally... I'm just pulling the balls off the stove. That's how far the YouTube stream is behind. That's wild. Alrighty. Here is, for those that missed it, this is our Belgian beer. It is a 10%er, so gotta be a little careful with this. I'll be... Ooh, that's good smelling. All right. This oil can go over here so it can cool down. Then I'll clear that later. Balls here. Camera. Looking good. Thanks. All right. Not excited about the mustard aspect, honestly, but if I don't do it, someone will be like, "Oh, bro, you didn't enjoy it the way I enjoy it." Is this? Yeah, it's good. Bro, if you don't eat it the way I eat it, it's wrong. That's probably more mustard than I need. It's a smidgen. All right, there we go. All right, let's top off our beer. We'll let that settle. Alrighty. I am nervously excited. I will, for the sake of the stream, cut one of them in half so we can see inside. I don't know which camera's better. Probably this one. Okay. Good crunch. Good savory. Sometimes a bit of ketchup, but not the normal kind of ketchup. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's a loosey-goosey. You know what I really want? You know what I really want? Is this. This is literally what I really want. Let's try it with mustard. I'm not a mustard fan. Well. No. Blech. I don't care for mustard. I don't know, I just feel like all you taste is mustard. Not a fan of just tasting mustard. Alright, here is this, by the way. That is your quintessential European beer. Excuse me, Belgian beer. Yeah. That bite. Trying to take the most, like, itty-bitty sips. As it is high percent. Pretty good. I like it. My biggest issue, it's a very, like, one-note flavor. In the sense of, like, like, you know when you eat pizza, you have a little bit of variety and flavor here and there, especially with toppings. Like, you get a little bit of pepperoni, you don't. There's that sort of, like, little bit of change. Even with just a cheese slice. This feels like it's like a one-note hit, which it's not bad. Is it? I don't want that one. I want this one. I want to see how this more cooked one looks. I need a napkin. The big question is the best way to reheat these. Yeah, so from my understanding, well, here's the thing. The recipe that I found using 1 pound of beef, which is like 600 grams or something like that, yielded 60 balls. This recipe was halved, pared down to be 30, and I think I said like 20 something. I think it was like low 20s as I did. It's not bad by any means. I just feel like it's definitely like a side dish thing. It's not a meal. Like if I was at a bar and I ordered this and I got 4 or 5 of them like you're saying, yeah. Would I make it again? Maybe as like a party dish. Honestly, I'd make it again as a party dish, but not for myself. Not that it's bad. It's just, I don't know. I'm not like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. It's good though. It's fun. It's tasty. I give it like a 7 out of 10. I'd say like it's a solid 7 out of 10. Good fun flavor. As I said though, it's a very sort of one-note hit. Onion. I taste like 0 nutmeg. But the onion, beef, parsley really come through. Salt, pepper are on point. Pretty good bite to it. Or a crunch. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Like, pretty solid. Nothing where I'm like, oh, dude, everyone's got to have this. I go a step further. Not even a side dish, but just a snack. Similar to what you chips and nuts at a bar. Fair, fair. How you doing today, Fish? Good to see you, bud. This was a really fun adventure, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to knock it by any means. Definitely when I make it to Northern Europe eventually, it'll be something that I... Sorry, I'm breathing too quickly. I have that bubble in my chest. This is that sort of... What I was talking about earlier with the sphincter not closing. The air. There we go. But like when I eventually make it to Northern Europe, or if I make it to like the next time I go to Europe, I'll definitely keep my eyes out for this because I want to try it again. It's good. It's tasty. I mean, I will say this though, the Cholula, I do like the Cholula quite a bit. But I also don't like mustard, so there's that. Fun, tasty dish. I think we obviously succeeded. Needs a good... So typically it's served with a mustard, which is right here. But I don't like mustard. I did try it. I did try it with mustard. This is a Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. So we're not even using like... It's not like, oh, but he used French's yellow. I do have French's yellow in the fridge, but that's for barbecue. I use this, the fancy shit. My parents love this stuff. I've never cared for mustard ever. But I will say, because while I was making the base, I was like, oh, dude, some red pepper flakes would be so good. I'm using this. I love this. I recommend this to everybody if you like hot sauce. Because it doesn't have that vinegary taste. This is more of that sort of green, fresh taste, if you know what I'm talking about. Would a spicy mayo work? Probably. Probably. I don't have mayo, though. I don't think. I do have mayo, but I think it's old. Yeah. I need to clean my fridge. But yeah, you could probably eat this with barbecue sauce. Hold on. Science. I have barbecue sauce. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be too sweet, but we're here for science. And by the way, this is Ray's with no sugar added. Just saying. In case anyone's like, oh, you're just doing sweet barbecue. No, it's no sugar added. Nah, barbecue sauce, nah. Don't do that one. Nah. It was worth it for science. Bleh. I'm not a mustard guy either. I usually have fry sauce. Not sure if it's a thing outside of here. What is fry sauce? Is that, like ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together? Is that like a vinegar thing? I probably know it, but I've never heard of fry sauce. It's probably just like a translation or a dialect thing. Because usually there's a lot of overlapping things. Like people call fancy, like there's people that call it, there's like fancy sauce. That's just ketchup and mayonnaise. Popularized by Step Brothers. Step Brothers in that movie, I think they literally call it fancy sauce. It's just ketchup and mayonnaise. It's like mayo, but slightly different. Interesting. You can start walking, see if you can find a place with Italian beef. Like, is that like a sub? Ketchup, mayonnaise, a tad of alcohol, cocktail sauce. My wife has done ketchup and mayonnaise. I do ketchup and mayonnaise for pretty much anything, really. Outside of a hot dog. Hot dog is the only thing there where I'm just like, yeah, just give me straight up ketchup. But, like, if I'm doing a burger, I typically do ketchup and mayonnaise. It's like a 70-30 mixture, mostly mayonnaise. But I need to look this up really quickly. What is fry sauce? It pops up. Fry sauce. Fry sauce is a condiment often served with French fries. No way, you don't say. It's popularized in Utah. It's place of origin, United States. Ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard. That is, according to Wikipedia, fry sauce is an American-based dish originating from Utah, which is like 2 states over from me. And ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. You're thinking a sub? Ah, it's a Chicago. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you the best of luck. Fry sauce is a Dutch accompaniment of French fries, popular, 25% fat, leaner than your sweet mayonnaise. Fat content mayonnaise. Weird. Yeah, fry sauce in the United States apparently originates here. Mayonnaise on fries? Ew? Like, that's like your opinion. Which you're welcome to have, because you know my stance. If you don't like something, that's okay. Ketchup is fine as is gravy and cheese curds, but what about mustard? What about mustard on your French fries? I mean, if you want to talk about difference of mayonnaise, look at the Japanese mayonnaise, Quippy, Kippui. I forget the pronunciation. Cutie. There's a Japanese mustard that, or not mustard, sorry, mayonnaise that starts with a K. We used to use it for stuff, and it's definitely different than Kewpie. Yeah, yes. Kel has it. It is very much different than like your Hellmann's this mayonnaise. That mayonnaise and this mayonnaise, completely different. Like texture, or not texture, but like flavor-wise. I definitely think they're a lot different. You're gonna go jet work emergency just came up. Okie dokie, Umber. I'm wrapping up stream anyway, so thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Hopefully, your team does well. I wish you all the best. I'm rooting for you. Alrighty, well, I need to clean up the kitchen a little bit. I need to put these away. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna reheat them. I'm assuming air fryer is probably the best way to reheat these. Oh, thank you, Freaky. Yeah, good recommendation. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. I literally did forget. Get a couple different angles here. Get the beer in it. Alrighty. Air fryer for sure. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, because I think I'll probably reheat some of these after D&D. I'll probably eat hot dogs before D&D because this is not a meal. Like this was a really nice snack, but I definitely need to eat like more. But as I said, I definitely think I'd do this in the future. I think I'd probably like, do it like as a party thing. If I ever host a party and I want to do something that is out of the norm. But the unfortunate thing is that I have too many vegan friends, and I can't make stuff like this for them. I guess I need to make better friends. Heat by frying, air frying, oven, air fryer makes sense. Okay, cool. Thank you. You enjoyed the stream? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I hope you all enjoyed the cooking stream. It was a super fun time. I had a blast with it. This was a really good adventure. As much as I've had a little bit of a negative stance on this, I wouldn't say negative, but lackluster is maybe a better word for it. I had a really good time with this. I hope you all enjoyed your time with me today as well. So who can we raid over to today? Let's see if there's anyone with low viewership that we can raid over to. Alpacaman is streaming. Alpaca is streaming. But he usually doesn't talk to chat. I'm gonna raid you guys over to you know what? It's the last day of GDQ. I'm just gonna raid you over to GDQ, okay? I'm going to be watching GDQ for pretty much the remainder of the day. So go raid over to GDQ. I don't have my raid message here, so we're just going to say, we'll just do the standard Baha raid. Emotes. So there you go. Copy that message if you would like. Go raid over to GDQ. And thank you all once again so very